Spooby. Spooby.
Well, there we go. Rookie mistake all of a sudden in the beginning already. But big up to everyone. Welcome back to episode number 76 of the Mud Brothers Show that we do every single Monday, where we discuss everything related to Manchester United, Arsenal, Chelsea, and Tottenham. Funny that we call this show the Mud Brothers Show, even though all those teams that I just mentioned won this weekend. So none of us actually lost, including myself, even though we don't really get a lot of wins. But Manchester United picked up a win against Sunderland. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. I didn't even watch the game, like at all, like zero. I just watched back the highlights, and that's about it. Did not watch the game at all. Flawless told me it was a good performance, but I'll still give my thoughts on things regarding Manchester United and stuff, of course. So we see that was one of the early games. Tottenham beat Leeds, comeback for them. I think they won. I know they actually went 1-0 up, so I should probably change the title of the video. They went 1-0 up. And then Leeds drew, and then they obviously won late. Arsenal beating West Ham, which I thought would honestly be the case, comfortable as well. And then the big game, the big story of this weekend is Chelsea getting the 3 points with an ESTEVAO dagger at the end against the champions Liverpool. Liverpool now with another loss. 2 back-to-back in the Premier League to Palace and to Chelsea. It's not looking good for them, man. Conversations, but I'm sure the Chelsea guys are going to have a lot of things to say. It's 3 losses for them in total, I think, with including the Galatasaray loss. So I'm sure we'll be hearing a lot of the things that the Chelsea guys are going to say. You see, what is this? Just a message in the group chat. But yeah. Shout out to everyone. Make sure you guys, of course, are running up the likes. Episode number 76. Smash a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure you guys obviously are supporting. Make sure you guys do check out everybody else's links in the description as well. Let me go ahead and introduce the first panelist of today's show, picking up a win against West Ham this weekend. Man, like Eli is in the building. What are you telling me, Eli, man? How's everything going?
Man, everything's blessed. Everything's blessed. Hey, we top of the league. Who would have thought?
Top of the
Who would have
league.
thought after the the run of fixtures that we had? I
True.
honestly gotta you begrudgingly give the manager credit, even though the teams around us are suffering as well. So I mean, begrudgingly, in spite of his tactics, we're still picking up wins. So,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Since you and I are the ones here, I thought of doing the United section and the United section and the Arsenal section together, because I know the Chelsea section will probably be the longest that we're going to speak about. So we'll talk a
Bro,
little bit about we'll talk a little bit about those games. You spoke top of the league, obviously. The run of games that you did have, and you have. I do agree with you. You have to give credit because you have come out well. Liverpool having their own problems. They're dropping points. They've lost 2 on the bounce, of course. Just thoughts on the
or
game. Did you? Yeah, 4 technically. Just thoughts on the game real quick before we get into Chelsea. Big up to CP as well.
big up CP. My thoughts on the Arsenal game, or you know, I mean, what else is there to say? Odegaard comes off injured again. Dude's turning into the modern day version of Jack Wilshere. You know what I'm saying? Um, just can't
Slowly
stay
losing
fit
his spot.
anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like he should just take this time to sit back and reevaluate himself, and just relax his body, try to get his body right, try to get his mind straight, and just heal and just come back stronger. That's all I can say for him. And Arteta, this is his chance to show us that he can actually be attacking. Will he be? I don't know. The jury's out right now, but this is his chance to bring Waneri into the team, give him minutes, give Diamond minutes, possibly even Skelly, because there's whispers of him possibly getting into the midfield for a little bit. You never know. I mean, this is really where Arteta's gonna earn his salt. You know what I'm saying? Earn his salt. He's gonna have to really, 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 really dig deep and try to put out the right team. Like I said, I don't know if he will, but the past couple games are giving me hope that if all the fans and the media just stay on this guy's neck, maybe just maybe he'll be forced to change his style of play. You know what I'm saying? We might actually get some more attacking football. You know. And maybe we'll be able to take advantage of the players like Waneri, like Eze, and actually have them ball out like they're supposed to, instead of playing that stupid robotic football that we used to. You know what I'm saying? But not really too happy with the performance. I mean, I wish that he would just let them play, because I can still see his imprint in the game. It started. I mean, I know y'all saw Troops. brother was sleep. Z, shout out Troops. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
that I ain't gonna lie, my eyelids was drooping. I was very, very. I almost fell asleep a few times. I felt myself dozing off. But I mean, happy with the win. Hopefully these performances will catch up, and we'll actually start seeing some more. But that's all I got. Happy we top. Uh, yeah, that's it. That's it for me, man.
Fair enough. Yeah. I watched the highlights back on that game as well. It just seemed like a simple day at the office, to be honest. Nothing really to worry about. West Ham haven't been in the best form. They've just sacked the manager as well recently. Haven't been in the best form. Traveling to somewhere like the Emirates, where it's already tough to win and to get points off of a team which is now top of the table. Dancy, big up to you, man. Top of the table, Arsenal. What are you telling me, man?
Yo, big up Sheik, man. Big up the panelists, man.
Big
You
up.
like my
Yeah,
brother.
big up Don C. Don
Yeah,
C,
man.
my brother.
Yeah, bruv. Like, do you know
Top of
what?
the
Yeah,
league, yo.
Top of
top
the
of the
league.
fucking league right about now. We're shitting down on everyone, but do you know what? We got to take one game as it comes.
100%.
Always hit them like, subscribe, and fuck Arteta. Get out my club. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it is
I
what
agree
it
with the
is.
first part. Always hit them likes.
No, man, I'm an in for life, brother. I'm an in for life. On the road to winning 2 games in a row. You know what I'm saying? Anything is possible and everything is possible. But do you know what? Yeah, when it comes to Arsenal, do you know what? To be honest, I really want to talk about the Liverpool section. That's what I've
We
been.
will. We're
That's
gonna
what I'm
get
here
to.
today.
That's why we're gonna get past this quick. We're gonna
Okay,
get this section out of
Arsenal.
the way.
I try to be as
Yeah.
quick as possible, Sheik. Yeah, and
Yeah.
as
Same.
respectable as possible, because you know someone like me, yeah, I ooze with class, yeah,
Big up to you,
and
bro.
integrity. All right.
Mhm.
So shout out Mikel Arteta, the fraud, on winning
Got the
another
win.
game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
got the win.
West Ham, hurry up and get relegated. You know what I'm saying? Big up Mike's though. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a good brother. You know what I'm saying? But I can't stand your team. Your man, them have got too much chat. You get me? After you win the fucking your first cup ever, you might have got too much chat. But it is what it is. Yeah. The whole game as such, it was a boring match. It was a match that, like, it was more of missed opportunities. Do you know what? Yeah, I'm trying not to go in on Arsenal too much, but it was horrible. Yeah, to see. Okay. First and foremost, I want Odegaard to get better soon, right? But this motherfucker shouldn't even be playing in the first place. Yeah. For one, he's unfit. And he's been looking like he's been unfit for the last 2.5, 3 years because he's been putting poor performances in. The moment he stepped off the field and the moment, who was it? Gokares was on the field, Arsenal looked a hell of a lot better. Yeah. With passing, with moving. Right. It's a shame. It's a shame that a player like Odegaard, which is a talent, and he's got more J than words, yeah. But it's okay. We'll talk about that later. Right? It's still being picked because you're supposed to be picked through form, but yet the only way he's getting dropped is by injury, and it's the third time in 3 games that he's come off before the 45th minute. Yeah. So, but yet we're still playing him when he is quarter of available. Yeah. If I can't see the best from my players, I don't want my players to start. It's as simple as that. Right? It seems like with the whole Eze and Zubomendi, it works better because it's made us look a bit better. Right? We're not as fluent as I would like us to be, but guess what? We're breaking down teams and we're winning. And when it comes down to it, it's about winning. Yeah, it's about winning games. Because if we bought someone with, let's say, Zubamendi's talent, but yet we're drawing or losing games, we're still the same old Arsenal. Yeah, during games, fair enough. Nothing's won in October, right? But performances makes you win in October. Goals make you win in October. And let me not shoot, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it or say West Ham ever had a chance. West Ham looked like a relegated side, right? So I'm not going to be like, oh yes, this was an easy 3 points. It never is. Nothing's given in the Premier League. You got to work at it. Yeah. Did they put us on the threat? No, they didn't. We took our foot off the pedal so many times. But the one thing that I'm more annoyed with is that it wasn't a cricket score. It wasn't a 4-0. It wasn't a 5-0. That's the only thing I'm disappointed in. I'm disappointed in the whole Gokares thing. Do you know what? Yeah, I have the same stance when it comes to certain man that was signed for $1 million plus, right? The reason why I'm still like out of the park when it comes to Gokares is because he came with the reputation. Yeah, is it his fault they come with the reputation? Do you know what? Yes, it is because you did your job so well in another league. So when you come to my club, I'm gonna hold you up at the same high standards as your former club did because you scored how many goals for your former club. Right? These are the games you should be scoring in. Look, fair enough. When you play against the bigger teams, they'll give you so much more space in certain areas, but they have better quality players. I get that, but it kind of balances itself out when you play in the lesser teams. Yeah. And And unfortunately, depending if you're a fan or not of West Ham, they're not a top 6 team at all. They're not even a top 10 team. Like through performances, players, and all sorts. Right? He should have scored. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to hear this, oh yeah, but he's at a new club, this and that. Do you know what, right? Where if you're including Carabao and Premier League games with Champions League, we're 10 games in. Right? I'm not hearing that. Technically, 10 games in, I'm not hearing that. Numerous, but over 30 training sessions, I am not hearing that no more. This is what I'm saying. Fix up or fuck off. Yeah, because I hold. If I'm gonna hold next man place to the standard, I'm gonna hold my fucking place to the same standard, especially when you come in with a reputation. Yeah, just like this whole Odegaard, I think it should be dropped. Cool. Yeah, if Gokaris don't fix up soon, I'll have the same stance. All right. Yes, it's early in our season, but guess what? I'm not judging football 20 years ago, 10 years ago to now. You know what I'm saying? Is there more pressure on you? Yes, there is. I'll tell you why. Because Mikel Arteta did that. Yeah? Mikel Arteta did that. I'm happy for the 3 points. Right? And me being like this, it's not me being negative. It's just that I want to see a lot more. It's just like that whole Saka thing. Should Saka give him the penalty? Why should he give him the penalty for? Why? Saka's been a penalty taker for how many seasons now? He's arguably our best player for how many seasons now, or our best attacker for how many seasons now? So why should he give you the penalty? Yeah, he's the on-field captain. If he doesn't want to give you the penalty, forget this whole he scored 200 goals or whatever it was for Arsenal. Yeah, he's our captain. He's our penalty taker, right? If he doesn't want to give you it, boo-hoo. Your job first and foremost is to score, whether it's a penalty, whether it's in 90 minutes, whether it's in extra time. Yeah, you had chances to score. If people are telling me, well, he didn't sort out his run, then do you know what, motherfucker? Sort out your runs. You know what I'm saying? It's as simple as that, bro. Yeah, I don't want to hear no excuses. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear people be like, oh yeah, but you know what? Yeah, he was almost there. Yeah, he was almost there. Almost didn't get Margot Robbie pregnant, did it? Yeah, it was a man doing his thing, right? Almost didn't give me the job that I did. No, I went to the interview and smashed it. Just like all of these brothers. You know what I'm saying? I'm sick and tired of living in this almost life. Look, right, it's Arteta that put us in a situation because he didn't win anything and we were almost there. Yeah, I don't want to hear that shit no more. You know what I'm saying? It's either you're banging or get the fuck out. Pause. Yeah, that's my stance.
And right now he's doing his thing.
But guess what? Bro, do you know what it is? I'm top of the league. Do you know what? Yeah, hooray, ole, ole, and good day, all of that malarkey. Yeah,
like job not finished, but like right now so far good.
No, hey, you just gotta take it. That's why we keep saying, gotta take it one game at a time. You know what I'm saying?
But so far so good.
No, do you know what it is? I'm happy. Yeah, I'm happy, but it's just there's these little components. These little components that are missing. Do you remember last season when I said we need a left back, we need a number 10, we need this? Everything that I've actually asked for on stream, right, we have right now. Yeah, right. Utilize them. Yeah, stop trying to makeshift things. I don't want to hear about injuries. No, I don't want none of that. We have a frigging squad, and we have a brilliant squad at that. Yeah. We have arguably the best striker in Ballon d'Or, eyes, but we all know that's fixed, isn't it? Like we have a person that can score goals, put him in those positions. Furthermore, he has been in those positions, but he hasn't scored. You know what I'm saying? Olympiacos, namely, all right. Against teams like this, he should be scoring. He should be getting his tally up. This should be giving him the confidence. So when we do come back from international break, who have we got? We've got Fulham, we've got Crystal Palace, which are not easy. It's another London derby. And them man, they are flying more Crystal Palace. You know what I'm saying? Them mans are right now in top 10, of English football. You get me? Yeah. So if it like the clock's ticking, motherfucker. The clock's ticking. You know what I'm saying? They call you Glock 14, Either shoot man down or shoot yourself out of this squad. Because we all know that Mikel Arteta don't like you. Yeah? Mikel Arteta is waiting for Havertz to be fit. Don't give him an option. Don't give him that. You know what I'm saying? We backed you. You know what I'm saying? Us Arsenal fans wanted this player to come to this club. Yeah? Now you are at this club. Now it's day 1. You know what I'm saying? No, sorry, it's day 7 in the Premier League. Yeah, do better. That's all I'm asking for. Do fucking better. You know what I'm saying? Because did you know what it is? After this season, yeah, I'm not hearing no more excuse from no Arsenal fans that I'm on stream with. I don't want to hear, but shut the fuck up, motherfucker. That's gonna be my attitude. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be like that. But I'm tired of hearing this. Do you know what? Excuses and all of that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I am happy for the win. I am. Yeah, because it doesn't sound like I am, but I'm still hearing excuses. Excuses for penalties. Excuses why he missed. Yeah, I don't want to hear this sluggish thing. I don't want to hear none of this. These are fucking professional footballers that's getting a luxurious salary. Yeah, so do your job. That's all we're asking for. Yeah, be a part of the cog. Do you know what? Yeah, not every striker is going to score the goals, but guess what? Help out with assists. Yeah, don't look like you're fucking wearing Dr. Martens with that touch. You hit me? Yeah, try and go for the audacious thing. Work the keeper at least. Work the keeper. If you do minimum, yeah, man like me can't say nothing stuff. But that's all we're asking for, brother. But do you know what, yeah? Arsenal fans, Arsenal as an institution, we're top of the league. Hooray, hooray. May it long last, but we know we're not going to stay. But anyway, we have to enjoy it because it's friggin' international break and we have to be bored by fucking England and Wales. So big it up.
It is. I'm going to enjoy this international break.
I have something to say.
Yeah, go on. Open panel discussion. Big up to Prime, of course.
Hey, real quick. I ain't gonna lie. I told y'all Gyökeres would not look good up front for Arsenal. I told y'all. Like we needed a link, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why Mdinero looks so good for us. You know what I'm saying? Like he knows how to. Like he shouldn't be in the midfield anymore. This guy's a backup center forward in the Prem.
It's okay. I'm just waiting until Havertz comes back, anyways. Once he comes back,
that's
chill, bro. Chill.
Great speech from Don C. But basically, what you're saying is, aside from just the goals, you expect the striker to be able to do more, work the goalkeeper, etc., etc. All the same things Havertz was giving for Arsenal, but you guys didn't think it was good enough.
Do you know what? I think Gyökeres is a better number 9 than Havertz is, right? Havertz is a better target man. I will never deny that. Yeah, tall, does a job, does a link up, right? Havertz is more like a B-Tech Giroud. You know what I'm saying? And I can't take anything away from him because he's scored a lot of goals, yeah, and a lot of vital goals as well for us. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to shit on him like that, yeah, because I'm not a flip flopper. Well, when I'm wrong, I apologize. I put my hand up. I never ran away from a situation. I'm not built like that. But yeah, Gyökeres has come with a reputation. Yeah, we could turn around and say, well, he's not getting fed chances. Yes, he is. Yeah, we could turn around and say
he's missing guilty chances.
Yeah, bro, we could say it's a confidence thing. Yeah, then get your fucking confidence up. Don't rely on a handout. Yeah, because there's enough games.
That's what he is, though. He's a volume. Remember, I kept saying like he's like Lukaku. He's a volume shooter. So like if you give him a small volume, he's gonna miss more. But if you give him a big volume, he'll miss more, but he'll also score.
He'll score. What Sally used to do back in the day. I get it. Yeah,
I think the problem is you guys aren't, and I haven't watched all your games this season, but I would assume the problem is you're not creating enough chances, particularly elite chances for him. Now that then goes to your manager because you said about how Mdinero should go back up top and how Havertz works for how you guys play, because that's what the manager wants. The manager doesn't want a Gyökeres sort of striker. That's the same reason why he got rid of Aubameyang, because he doesn't want that. He wants the big target man, which is why he wanted Sesko.
Yeah, no.
Sesko's looking actually pretty decent. I can't lie.
Do you know why? Because they're catering to his strengths. We're not catering to Gyökeres' strengths. But then I don't want to, by me saying that, I don't want to actually make excuses for this dude. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, there's no excuse, right? If they're not catering to your strengths, you got to make sure that you cater to what they have to offer. That's all I'm saying, because they are giving him chances. Yeah, they're giving him chances. It's like I was in the Emirates with the Olympiacos game, right? So I saw it literally firsthand when he went in, and I'm like, "Come on, bro, score, yeah." What happened? You know what I'm saying? The friggin' he shot at the keeper. The keeper made it to a P roll, and then who was it? Martinelli, that piece of shit, scored. Right? Yeah. These are the chances that you should be scoring. Yeah. That's bread and butter for strikers. Yeah. And I'm not turning around and say, well, he's not going to turn it around or anything. But I don't want to be one of those fans to be like he's going to turn it around, because guess what? Then I sound like a Wirtz fan. You get me? And I'm none of that. Like, you come with reputation, and like I said, I'm not one of those flip-floppers that's going to be like, if I'm going to hold another man at his club to those standards, I want to hold my boy to his standards as well. Yeah, don't let friggin' Sesko come up and show you up, bro.
What? Facts.
Yeah,
Facts.
but
right behind him in the goal tally. Right behind him.
No, I'm with that.
Yeah,
I'm with Dante on that.
I mean, you say that, which I understand, but sometimes there are reasons why certain things aren't working out. Like, again,
but still prime. He's had chances, so he can't have those excuses.
No, I know. I'm not saying he's blameless, but why is it that I could predict what's happening with Gyökeres? Like, it's not. I don't think it's just down to him, because he obviously is a quality goal scorer. But you're not like Arteta is not making it work for him to be able to score goals, right?
100%.
I think it's mainly down to that, because if you guys play to his strength, let's not pretend like he's not going to get you 25 goals that you need to be able to win this Prem. But you're not playing solely to his strengths. And is he the type of? Do you think he's the type of guy that can fully adapt and play like Moreno and Havertz? I don't think so. He's just not that built. And
dude has a trampoline foot.
Yeah, but he shouldn't have to be.
That's why I think, like,
you guys play a striker that scored 100 goals in the last 2 years, and you're then gonna say play like Havertz and Moreno. I think that's blasphemous. I'll be so real.
You're gonna see a situation when, like, let's say hypothetically, if Havertz comes back from his injury, whenever he does, and starts scoring a couple of goals, he's just gonna probably start over Gyökeres, because at the end of the day, he's gonna be scoring goals, which obviously Arteta is not gonna have anything against. But then at the same time, it's also gonna make sense why it's working of him playing Havertz there, and Gyökeres is probably just gonna hold bench for a while.
Do you know what?
It could be a concern. I'm obviously just said hypothetically, but it could be a concern.
Bro,
Havertz, when he comes back, will get minutes. That's one thing I know for sure. You'll get minutes.
Like, I get where you're like what you're talking about, Doncy, but like the way I'm looking at it is if Havertz wasn't injured at the start of the season, I don't believe Gyökeres would be your number one right now. I think I
agree. I totally agree.
So, as much as maybe Gyökeres is also not doing the best he can, maybe he's feeding off of what he has as well. I don't think the people not have to look at that too.
Do you know what, Prime? Yeah. People were gassed on him for what he done in his old club, right? What he doesn't realize is that when you come to a club like Arsenal, teams are going to defend a lot deeper. Yeah. At his old club, there was higher. So, like let's say the players around him could put those balls over the top, put those through balls in, right? So I get that as well, yeah, because there's a different level of adaptation that comes with coming to a bigger club. You get me? When, like, you see all four of our clubs up here, or is it 4? 3 at this moment, yeah. When any team comes to us, yeah, they drop a hell of a lot deeper, because they know on the counter attack we are dangerous, right? Or even just a general attack. Most teams play with 2 banks of 4, yeah, 1 5 and a 3 in the middle. Do you know what I'm saying? And leave someone on the halfway line just in case they get that counter attack, yeah. And our defenders are pushed so high up. We're like, who the fuck are you? Because of the quality. Do you know what I'm saying? In Arsenal, you have to make your own space, yeah. Just like in Chelsea, just like in Liverpool, just like in United, depending who they're playing. This is what I'm saying. Now, and that's no disrespect to them. It's because people are taking you man for a joke at times. This is why you man can't win 2 games in a row. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's no disrespect, bro. You get me? But then you have to actually figure it out. Find your way of getting around that. Don't make man, because yesterday I saw, Mavropanos pushing my man on the floor, bro. This man is supposed to be a man beast. I saw him pushing him on the floor, taking it for simple. He's a fucking Arsenal reject, bro. And he was loving playing up against Gyökeres. You get me? This is a dude that's supposed to be a strong man. You get me? Bullyish. When he runs through man like a train pause. Do you know what I'm saying? And I haven't seen that yet. Yeah, I haven't seen that yet. Maybe this is like I don't. Okay, the gulf between certain teams and the team that he was personally at is not that big, but I get it where a lot of teams are going deeper. So change it up. That's what football's about, because you're not going to play this. You're not going to play a team. You're not going to play. Well, when you play two teams, both are going to come with you with different tactics, with different styles of play. You know what I'm saying? With different level of opposition. Do you get me? Figure it out. You played enough minutes through your career to actually figure it out. Stop missing these sitters. Yeah. And that's what's pissing me off. It's not like he's scoring a 40-yarders, mate, and he's missing these sitters. He's not even taking shots at goal. You get me? And I get it. When he's taking shots at goal, when he actually does, it's through a crowded players. Therefore, you're making life harder for yourself right there. When there's opportunities, just time your run better. These are things you learn in training. Fuck it. These are things you learn when you're 10 years old, bro. 10 years old. No, anyone play football at any level, yeah, you understand that.
Yeah.
No, I agree with what Don C is saying completely. I'm sorry. We're gonna talk about certain players when moving to bigger clubs and they're deemed world class to show the fuck up. But besides that,
we're gonna get to that. Don't worry.
No, I know, but I'm saying no. Let me give with regards to Arsenal, because
we'll speak on.
I'm sorry, Gokers. We bought a Shevchenko 2 years away from him winning the Ballon d'Or and fucking winning the Champions League. What did we expect? Him to show the fuck up, and he didn't. And then on the flip side, you think Drogba was feeling the love when he was literally getting replaced by striker after striker after striker for literally 7 seasons when he first came. We went from Crespo to fucking Shevchenko. Then we got Torres. Then we got Anelka. Then we got this. We were always trying to replace him. So he wasn't feeling the love. And the first 2 seasons, it wasn't like he was banging in major goals. He was banging in 15 to 17 goals when we were winning the league. So he wasn't feeling the love, but he knew he had to show the fuck up and show the fuck out because he's in a big club. So Gokers, you have to do both ways. You come with pedigree. So I'm sorry, buddy, time to show up, just like Shevchenko. And if you're not telling me Gokers isn't favored by the manager, well, Drogba wasn't either when he was getting replaced for the past his first 7 years by every manager by the club, by multiple managers. So I'm sorry, show the fuck up. We don't have time. Welcome to a big club, and that's for every team with the 4 of us. No offense, less Tottenham, but the 3 of us.
But also for Chelsea, it's kind of a bit of the same thing, because I remember when we were buying all those strikers and we were using them and selling them, play the way Drogba played, and they didn't play that way and it didn't work, and that was part of why they ended up flopping.
No, we can't do that. No, they weren't good. No, we're not doing this. We're not doing revisionism like this now.
It's not revisionism. This is something I've been thinking about, bro, for like a long while. I think that does play a part. You
know why? You know why? Because we were winning football games. We won back-to-back leagues. So if we wanted a striker to do something like that, he should be able to do it. And I'm sorry, you could say we're doing the same brute force thing. But we also had Good Johnson as a backup when we were winning with Drogba. So it's not like we were asking Good Johnson to do the same thing as Drogba when we had Mourinho.
I know, but my thing is, if you buy someone that's not the same sort of profile and then you're expecting him to do things the other guy's doing, I don't think it works that way.
It should to a certain extent, because you should have enough quality to do the basics. You could say I can't expect Shevchenko to do the brute force shit, but he should be able to be in the correct positions at the correct time. He should be able to link up play at the very least that Drogba was doing. That's right?
Yes. But I think
Joker's not doing that.
Okay, fine. Yes, he's not. But I think Gyökeres is not the best all-round footballer anyway. That's another reason I compare him to Lukaku. And 2, do you guys not think there's a lack of confidence he has right now?
Brother, if you have the lack of confidence after scoring 40-something fucking goals and scoring the most goals in the past 2 seasons and literally winning an award from UEFA, and you've come to this club, then fuck me, you have the shittiest mentality in the fucking world.
Facts.
Okay. You know what, Fairs? I'll stop doing the defense thing.
What are we doing? You're Chelsea. What are we doing? What is this?
Listen, someone has to if no Arsenal fan is gonna defend
Why are you
him,
being a
someone has to
save-a-hole?
say-
There's first in the league. Why do you need to be a save-a-hole?
Hey, first of all, don't insult me. Second of all,
I am.
if no
because
Arsenal
they're first
fan
in
is
the
gonna,
league,
if
let's
no
crash
if
into
no
them a little
Arsenal
bit.
fan's gonna if no Arsenal fan's gonna defend him, at least let me play devil's advocate. Let me play
You
devil's
don't
No,
have-
the
no,
thing is,
you
Prime,
don't have to-
Prime,
The devil, the Red Devils are already in fucking hell anyways. Fuck them. They were 17th. Why are we doing devil to fuck that?
They both won last week.
Brother, they're first in the league. Why can't we crash on them a little bit when they have something wrong with
it's
them?
fine.
Let's fucking crash it on it. Why are we doing the whole
No, it's
fucking
fine.
bringing light to the
No,
what are we doing?
CP. I'll crash on them when they, in March when it falls
No,
apart.
crash on them every day because we need chinks in the armor. I don't want any fucking confidence in this fucking.
Nah. I need Arsenal fans to gas now. I need them gas
Dude,
now.
they're gas no matter what. They're
It makes
gas
it
no matter
tough to even-
Yeah, pick up my manager.
Dude, they're like a man who's lactose intolerant. They're
Nah,
always gas. What the fuck are we
CP.
doing?
Do you think
Hey,
I can laugh
CP, I'm
at-
not listening to you. What are you trying to say,
No,
man?
No, CP. Do you think I can laugh at Don C in April when things fall apart? No, because he won't care. I can't laugh at him, but I can laugh at Tony. I can laugh at Gal. I can laugh at Don C. I can't laugh at Eli.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that, bro.
Prime.
Come on.
You know who we
I
can
look,
laugh
yeah.
at?
I
We can
lads,
laugh at
it's
one person. We
I
can laugh
lads,
at
it's-
one person.
it's not that I'm trying to be critical of Gokares, right?
No,
And
what you're
all
saying
these
is fair.
praises
It
if he
is
does well.
fair. It is
That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? I want him to do better. That's all it is, bro.
Fair enough.
You
Look,
got that.
I do think it's so early in the season, but you signed him for certain things, floor raiser, level raiser, whatever those terms were that some Arsenal fans used. I think the criticism is fair. If he's not doing the basics, then yeah, you have to criticize. I think Prime does make good points. It's not all his fault. It is some way with the manager, which we all have said as well, why we don't like the manager as well. To why it's like how Arsenal set up and if the team doesn't create enough chances for him. But yeah, so far, like I think you have to be critical. I look at some of the games like cool, like I expect him to get goals against teams like Forest and all that type of stuff at home. But I look at some of the games like Liverpool away and City at home and just looked ineffective as hell, like out there. Just look completely ineffective. And that's a worry because it's those type of games where it's like, okay, to get the team over the line, to make that difference, all those type of things, all those type of things, right? And if you can't score a goal, then yeah, like, at least provide something to the attack, assist, whatever, all those type of things.
Wait.
So I think the concern is
Sheik,
justified.
In what game? In what game to go over the line?
Both games, Liverpool and City. Liverpool and City.
Oh, you know what's actually interesting? I was watching back again, and Troops made an interesting point that they beat. Didn't they beat Liverpool and City last season?
Yeah.
So, and you guys signed Gyökeres to like, quote unquote, be a flat track bully against the Leicester sides, right?
Yeah.
I think Havertz is better against big teams. I got like.
But then Prime, that's my point. Prime, this is my point. Yeah. That's right there. You just said my whole point in one. It's like this, right? I understand.
Actually, my point was gonna be like, it's, you know how we talked about Arsenal have this great squad now, and it's on Arteta to use it properly. I think Arteta using it properly would be your next big game. Don't play Gyökeres and play Mdinero up top. For example. Does that make sense, or am I waffling?
No, that makes sense. But I don't want to see Mdinero nowhere near my team unless he's coming off the bench.
Okay.
Because he's a bystander at best, and any and every goal that he has scored is come off the bench, just like Martinelli. Is what I'm saying. Because Martinelli has 3 goals now. All 3 of them's come off the bench. Yeah, and one of them was attacking. Do you hear what I'm saying? Certain players, like we've got that squad where we can't afford not to play these guys because when they do start, they're a liability and a massive liability with that. Right? Would I say start with Gyökeres? Yes, I will, because will they come good? Yes. But the thing is, the weeks are going fast. The games are coming quick, bro. Quick. Yeah. And there's going to come a point where we're going to need Gyökeres to score. Yeah. There's going to be a time when Saka's having a shit game. Eze's not really creating much, right? Odegaard is probably going to be injured. Trossard's going to look like Trossard. He ain't going to frigging play Ethan. He ain't going to play what's his name? Dalman. You get me, yeah? But we're going to need that player our striker to bully his way through a defense and score that goal that we need. You know what I'm saying? Not rely on set pieces as we always do. Like, I haven't seen nothing from this player so far that can actually do that. And I'm like I said, it's still really early in the league title or in the league, because it's what, 7 games played, and I could be busting my load too quick, right? But the thing is, right, Arteta put this in a situation. Pause. Arteta put us in a situation where it's like 5 years in now. Yeah, 5 years in now. We haven't got time to be trying to integrate anyone or be like, oh yeah, he's gonna come good. He's gonna come good. It's just like I said before. It's like all of that talk is like me saying, oh, next year we might win the title. That's all it is. Yeah. If you're not good enough, yeah, we might have to go to the old regime. And I don't want to go to the old regime because the old regime stinks, bruv. It stinks. Yeah. Since Moreno and Havertz haven't been in the team, yeah, I've seen some of the best football that I haven't seen for the last 3 years. Do you know what I'm saying? Man's actually passing and moving. The speed of play as well, the speed of attack. You know what I'm saying? That might be because of players like Eze being in the team, right? But then, yeah, if I'm seeing that, we need to finish those chances, right? Because it's just, I want to say something, but I know we're gonna get to that section. Yeah, so I'll wait for that part, right? But like I said, we played some of the best football that I've seen in a minute, bro. Yeah, and I'm not talking about a Real Madrid, yeah, against a Real Madrid. I'm talking on a consecutive basis. Because okay, we could talk about the Man United game, but yeah, we still won that. I could talk about the Liverpool game where we played 7 defensive midfielders or 7 defensive minded players, or the Man City game where we did that as well. We drew. All right, I could talk about those games. 3 games out of 4. 4 games we played well, but the 4 games was against the lesser teams. But these are the lesser teams that he should be banging against. These, like all 4 of those teams, he should have about 6 goals right now. If he had no less than 5, I wouldn't be saying this. But he's got 3 goals, yeah, and it's been 4 games since he scored his last goal. Yeah, is that a concern? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Because within those 4 games, yeah, you got to look at the level of opponents that we've played as well. Yeah, I'm not saying you're gonna have to always score against a City, against a Liverpool, against a Chelsea, teams like that, because we know how hard it is just to beat those kind of teams, right? But the other 4 teams, they're the ones who you're supposed to be racking up your goals against, getting your goal tally up, right? It's those teams, bro.
Yeah, that is true. 100%. I know we're all itching to get to the Chelsea section, so we'll quickly talk about Manchester United as well. I said it at the start of the stream. I did not watch this game. I didn't wake up for it. We ended up winning 2-0. Goals from Mason Mount and Sesko. Sesko's got 2 goals now, I think, in back-to-back games. Second half, I heard was there's a lot of praise I heard for Lamens, the goalkeeper. Obviously, us keeping a clean sheet. The last time we kept a clean sheet was probably last game of the season last year against Villa, and that was against a 10-man Villa as well, with Martinez sent off. So kept a clean sheet. He's beaten another championship side again. It looks like Ruben Amorim buys another week, buys more time at the job. I know we've got that tweet of, they're looking to keep him and stuff like that. I still think that they can pull the plug if need be, because it's the same thing. We heard this around Eric Ten Hag's time as well, but I still think they can pull the plug if need be. Rest of it, nothing changes, man. Get the guy gone. It's still terrible. I seen the lineup, like fucking Shaw still playing, Dallo starting, Mason Mount, even though he ended up scoring a goal, started over Cunha. Just things still just not making no sense. Lamens finally gets a game and he starts as well, but those guys still being in the team and in and around the team is a problem. Kobe Mainoo's still getting, I think he had 13 minutes in the game, so he came on a little bit earlier than usual. Ugarte is still getting minutes. Everybody else is still getting minutes. So ain't nothing changed. We go to Liverpool next. I know we're gonna cook Liverpool, and I can't wait to cook Liverpool. But the reality also is that we're going to Anfield. By the way, all these teams that Liverpool have just played have been away, but we're going to Anfield, where Liverpool are going to be facing a Manchester United team that we all know can easily fold. a derby, one of the biggest games that I think players will turn up for, and they're off the bounce of 3 losses in a row, so they're definitely going to be ready for that game, and they're going to turn up for that game. So we'll see what will happen. I know some fans are giddy and excited, and they celebrated this win, all that type of stuff. For me, it's just like so mentally checked out from this club until this guy is gone, until this manager is gone, and we move. And that's really it. I should have done a stream, and I do apologize, and I won't do it for the next game, of course. But I just can't be asked. And we ended up getting the win, cool. But it still looks like everything was the same. Flawless said it was our best performance this season so far. Considering we scored 3 goals against Burnley too, but we kept a clean sheet against Sunderland. We move. We play Liverpool next. We have a tough run of fixtures coming up. I think Forest is in there, Spurs is in there, couple of teams in there. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. So Spoobs, we'll go to you real quick. Your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, holy shit. It's like a week and I don't have to complain about stuff. Listen, I agree with all the Abram stuff, but I'm just gonna be honest, we look good for once. Holy shit. I seen my goalkeeper come out and claim a ball. I could have fucking cried. As it's been that long. Yeah, I thought everyone played well. I seen Mount come on and get more G&A than a certain other £100 million midfielder. I seen Sesko holding up the ball and taking on people. Yeah, I mean, I was just impressed. I can't lie. I know it's Sunderland. I know I can't get crazy, but if we play well, we play well. I'm not going to sit here and say that we played shit. Sunderland, to me personally, I think they're terrible. They were awful. I mean, you see the blueprint to beat United from teams like Sunderland is to sit back and counter us with runners. They didn't do that. They tried to play against us, and it didn't work. It didn't work out for them. Sesko got a goal. We've seen Mount with a good finish, took the ball down, great finish. And yeah, I thought everyone played well. Lamens didn't really have that much to do. Let's be real. I think we're just scarred from goalkeepers.
I think it is being overly gassed a little bit.
Yeah, I think we just see a goalkeeper doing what he should be doing, and we're like, we're going crazy.
I'm like, cool. Give him a couple of games. We'll see how he performs. Do the same thing against Liverpool, and I'll be a little bit like, okay, Lamens, you're actually performing well. But yeah,
I know, but yeah, it was a good performance, and just I don't think we played spectacular. We still had problems, but just Sunderland didn't have anything that game for us. They just weren't there. We weren't in trouble at any point. Yeah, it's just a routine kind of win. This won't carry over to other games, I guarantee you. But
it's once again for me nothing different from last season. I've seen him last season beat championship sides. It's nothing different to me, bro. I'm not impressed. I'm like, okay, cool. You beat Sunderland too. No, fairs.
It's we're saying this in the context of how shit we've been. Yeah. So when we have a routine win, we're like,
it's the games that I was looking at that I wanted to see you perform well in, games like Brentford. Had you beaten Brentford, we would have won 3 on the bounce. Something this manager has not done. He has no idea what that feels like.
Nathan Collins, a fraud.
United. He has no idea what that feels like. He could have won 3 in a row, and that's what I'm saying. Is for me, it's nothing different. I'm hearing a lot of people give a lot of praise to certain.
No, you shouldn't. Yeah, you shouldn't get gassed over it.
You shouldn't get gassed, man. It's Sunderland. Yeah. It's at the end of the day, no matter how good. I know Sunderland were in the top 4, top 5, whatever. They've been performing well this season. Cool.
They are, yeah.
End of the day, they're a championship side to me. Ain't nothing changed to me. I've seen him beat championship sides last year. I've seen us have similar performances against championship sides last year. So again, nothing different for me. Bro.
I think it was just a game without any controversial, any bullshit going on,
Yeah.
We didn't make any mistakes. No one made a mistake.
Yeah.
We looked pretty safe. We weren't under it at points. Second half, we weren't as good. We didn't really offer much in second half, but I think Amram was just trying to get the win.
Nothing different. Second half, again, we offered nothing. So I didn't even watch the game. And telling me. Yeah, go on, Don.
Yeah, can I ask a question quick? This is really interesting for me. How many games have you lost with when Mount has played to how many games you've won to when he hasn't played?
Not sure,
don't
you
know.
know. I think
Let's start and look
I
up.
would say this though. As of late, I think when Mount has played, he has gotten goals and assists, to be honest. As of late. That goes back all the way to Europa League knockout stages too, where he was being selected and he was scoring.
The reason why I say this is because when he has played, the majority of times you lot have won, and when he hasn't played, you've lost or drawn. Let's just say. This is why I ask. So I just wanted to know: has any of you got the stats for that?
We've
don't know.
lost with him too. We have lost with him too. Win wise, I would say some of them have been wins. Like Chelsea, like are you talking about when he started or he's just featured?
Yeah,
Like
started.
No. Whether he started or featured, because I know
featured. Featured, yeah, like
featured.
Chelsea, he was there. He played against Chelsea. He was on the pitch.
He didn't do much in that game.
He
though, to
didn't
be
do
fair.
much though. But yeah, like this last game, of course, Europa League games, a couple of them. But then there were also a couple of games which we lost because I remember Brentford away last year when we lost 4-3. He scored, but we lost. Lyon in the Europa League, like I mentioned, he scored. Not Lyon, sorry. Bilbao at home, he scored twice, I think, and he scored
He
like that
did, yeah.
halfway line goal or whatever. He just lobbed the goalkeeper or some shit like that.
Yeah.
So as of late, like he's like, I wouldn't say he's been impactful towards a result, whether we've lost or won, but he has been he's been effective to a certain extent, like scoring goals and getting assists or in some.
Man, that was a good finish, man. Did you see
And
it?
it was a
Like,
good finish.
He took the
Great
ball
touch,
down and finished. Yeah.
great touch that he took, and
Yeah.
then just hit it like pretty much off the
Side-footed it.
touch and just like side-footed it into the bottom corner, and
Good.
good goal for him. Yeah, to be fair. And again, like this doesn't take away the fact that I'm not sitting here saying he should be starting. He probably shouldn't have still started. I think Kunish probably should have still played. But fair play to him, he scored a goal. I can't criticize him for that. I just don't want him in the team, and that's why I criticize the manager for that, for making those decisions. But he did his thing. He scored a goal. Fair play. But again, my main point is that I'm not moved. I'm not part of this whole brigade of people that are being a little bit gassed about this performance and certain players. Even with Lamens, I'm like, cool. Finally, he started. Been asking for this. Why did we sign a goalkeeper if we're not going to play him, right? And it does seem like it's good to hear from Spoobs, like, oh, he was doing, certain things right. It feels like a breath of fresh air, obviously, to see a goalkeeper do, considering we've had two goalkeepers in the past couple of months make mistakes. So it's like you drop one and then you have Dumb and Dumber. Like that's literally just what it is.
People
so
are
considering
waiting
we
for
have
him to
now a
make a
goalkeeper
mistake.
where, but it's like, again, I understand that it's still a little bit too early. I've seen this with goalkeepers at our club, goalkeepers at other clubs in the past before, where you see glimpses of certain things, but somehow certain things happen and they still end up a certain way. Or you've also seen where it does turn out that he could just be a great goalkeeper, but we just need to give it some time. And I don't think Sunderland is a performance against Sunderland is where we should be like, oh yeah, Lamens is the guy for us, and he's gonna.
I just answered the Don Seeds question. The only player that I've seen that we're way better defensively is Casemiro when he starts.
Okay.
Like I looked at the last 7 where Casemiro's playing, the last 7 he wasn't, and we're just far better defensively. Yeah. Almost like playing fucking Bruno and Ugarte isn't working. But anyway,
yeah,
keeps doing it.
Okay, who partners Casemiro in the middle for you guys to make you look more of a top out?
Bruno.
No, just because the reason why I say this is because against
when you say who partners Casemiro, you actually should say it the other way around. Who partners
who's
Bruno?
the best partnership?
Bruno's always gonna start. He's always
no. In your eyes, who's the best partnership? Because just remember, Casemiro hasn't got the legs, and a lot of the times the goals that happen just because Casemiro hasn't got the legs. Because a lot of teams go through your middle pause so much, right? So in your eyes, who is the best partnership for Casemiro?
For me personally, I'd play Manu in that position. I would play Manu in that position. Me personally. I don't need Bruno to be a deep lining playmaker. What he tries to do, hoofs the ball, and
I don't want Bruno
loses the ball foolishly because he tries to take an extra touch or a dribble. This and that. I don't need him to do that.
I'd rather
have someone like Manu who's good in tight spaces, who's a little bit press resistant, who can make a ping as well if he needs to, like, stretch the pitch, this and that. That's all I need that midfielder to do, and then Casemiro stick by him as well. because Bruno's someone who's going to leave him on an island by himself because he wants to be the creator. And that's just the instincts of the player, which again, I go back to, you can't blame Bruno for the way that he plays. Technically, he's a shit player, like, to me, right? I can't blame him for being the way that he is out there. Who can I blame for playing him in that position, knowing he's that type of player? This same manager has talked about in press conferences, I want a athletic midfielder, this and that. But then you go ahead and you play Bruno, and then you tell us that Mainu's fighting with the position with him or whatever. He's competing with him. So it's just things like this just don't make sense. They genuinely don't make sense to me.
As much as I don't rate Ugarte, I'd rather see him in the pivot. I'm not gonna lie.
Casemiro, I hear Spoobs, and I've been vouching for Casemiro for seasons. I said it last season he should stay. I say this season probably he should still stay because I still value experience to a certain extent. I'm old school like that, where I value his experience and I respect what he's done in this game and the titles that he's won at the previous club. Even in our shit time, the trophies that he's won with us. Like, I respect him for, that goal that he scored in that Carabao Cup final against Newcastle. Like, moments like that. So I still want him to be in the team, but it's Bruno that I have a problem with. And it's like, sometimes I look at him and I'm like, you yourself look like you don't want to be out there. And the 2 red cards have shown it to me that you've gotten so far in this season. That you're just not enjoying playing there in that position either. So it's just like, move on. But to answer your question, Dante, and to just move on, I'd rather go with Casemiro and Mainu there. Me personally.
Casemiro over Kobe or Ugarte, even though I don't rate Ugarte, but listen, I've been saying it, shouting it all season, every Mod Bro show. I don't want to see Bruno in the pivot.
Yeah,
I just don't think he's good. He loses the ball. He dallies on the ball too much. He tries to be flicks and constantly loses the ball.
Just it makes no sense playing. It's like playing, I don't know who, like playing another creative midfielder in just the 10, like in the 8. Or something like that. It just makes no fucking sense. You'd rather want to play them in the position. And I don't even think Bruno is a good player when he's in the 10. So forget about how he is when he's in the 8. That's just completely out of the window. He's not that at all. Like, because I don't even think he's good in the 10. But anyways, moving on from the United section, I think we're now going to get to the part that we all have been waiting for. The game to discuss the big game this weekend, which was Chelsea hosting the Premier League champions of Liverpool at Stamford.
The Premier League champions.
The Premier League champions, who have now been losing 3 games in a row. Who lost 3 games in a row. They've lost to Crystal Palace in the Premier League, of course. They lost to Chelsea. Galatasaray in the Champions League in midweek as well. A penalty from Victor Osimhen. The Chelsea game, absolutely crazy goal from Caicedo. Like, I think the amount of disrespect I hear sometimes about Caicedo is absolutely crazy because Caicedo is an absolutely insane baller, man. But when people say that he's just a tackler, it is so disrespectful because he has shin kicker, whatever. Hussam says that. And we're don't worry because Liverpool and United are going to play soon, so I'm planning on doing a stream with them as well. So we're going to talk about all those things, and I have smoke for them too. But I just want to give flowers to Chelsea, the winning team, of course, and to certain players, and to Caicedo himself. Like, when I say he is one of the best midfielders in the Premier League currently at this moment, he definitely is. I think Ryan Gravenberch has his own abilities and his own, things that he's good at, but Caicedo has his own things that he's good at. And when I look at both of them, I just think
he's
Caicedo
number one.
I think he's an all-round superior player, to me at least. I look at his goal catalog. There's very few goals that you can see from him inside the box. Most of them are outside. Screamers, like world beater goals that make a difference. And he's gotten goals against big teams.
You said Premier League. I say the world, bro.
He's one of the best in the world. He's one of the best in the world. And
bro, he walks into any team in the world. He walks into their midfield. You can't tell me he's not walking into any team's midfield. Any team.
Mm-hmm. And I think, deservedly, they go 1-0 up in that game. Liverpool, I'm not going to speak about them, of course, before I speak towards Chelsea. Chelsea, I think Maresca kind of showed that those 2 red cards that he got in the previous games were more so of the reason why those results went a certain way. I think he made some of the right decisions in this game. Garnacho was terrible for the amount that he played. As soon as both those wingers got taken off, which was Neto and Garnacho, I think Chelsea looked different and their attack looked different. And yeah, like I think ESTEVAO just Chelsea and Liverpool just missing some of those chances, not being effective in front of goal, Mo Salah being shit, Verts being shit, them being defensively having problems as well with Konate being terrible. Chelsea deserve the win. I think they fully deserve the win against Liverpool. Fully deserve the win.
Yep.
Just shown up in that game. That's really it, and just looked completely different from. It's just I think I saw Lewis's match reaction, and I would say, and I would want to take this from him. It is the most Chelsea thing for them to have the performances that they had, and then them to play up and be the underdog against a team like Liverpool, and then perform and win the game. It is the most Chelsea thing for them to do. But before I get to that, we'll let CP, the Chelsea fan himself, land and speak on the game itself.
Sheik, I would actually like to follow on to your point about it being a Chelsea thing about doing bad against and then doing well against Liverpool. It's like a certain someone said that I'm not scared in the Champions League because we can beat anyone.
Name names.
And then after we lost to United, a certain Carl here is like, "Oh, really? You still think you can beat anyone?" And I told Carl.
Here we go, Chad. Run up the likes. Make sure you guys are running up the likes if you haven't already.
I told Carl that it's an Old Trafford jinx. That's why. And you're like, "Oh," Carl's like, "No, but so it's you're scared of United." I said, "No, it's an Old Trafford jinx." And I told Carl that I'm not scared of any team in the world because on our day we can beat them. We can beat them. We were with Bayern until Tolson and Gusto literally gave them 1-1. We are still the only team to batter PSG 3-0. And thank you. Shout out to Cricket. Me and Sheik know. And on top of that, we beat Liverpool. By the way, a Liverpool that only missed Alisson while we missed our entire defense and Palmer. But a certain Carl was telling me that I don't know my team. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing that's the receipt I'm going after you for right now, Carl. Because Carl, I was telling you, I know my team. We can beat anyone. So would you like to now finally agree with my statement with regards to that one?
Well, you can't beat anyone. You didn't beat us. But another point I want to make is
buddy, at Old Trafford, I told you we're gonna beat them. I don't
Wait,
hold
on.
For real, you don't think Spoobs? You don't think this is the most Chelsea?
Hold on.
I wanted to come on this stream and give Chelsea their flowers and say how well Chelsea played.
No, he's the one. No. This is my section. I just want a yes or no to. No, you can't.
Okay, yeah. Yes, no, okay, go ahead.
But I'm
go
saying,
ahead.
you not agree now when I say we can go toe to toe with anyone.
CP. Who's Carl?
Jimmy Neutron.
Buddy, it's Spooby. It's Carl from Jimmy Neutron. Anyways.
Okay. My bad. Yeah.
Anyways, so the Spooby. Do you now agree when I say we can go toe to toe with anyone?
You look good that game. You did.
Thank you, because we've seen it. We see it in the World Cup, which is fine. But I said I cared about the opponent we were facing, not the trophy we won, because we did really well against PSG, right? So that's why I'm not surprised by this. Like, I'm surprised in terms of our defense and things. I thought, if we were gonna win, it wasn't gonna be as controlling, to be honest. Because I think for the most part we controlled their dangerous chances for me, right? And in terms of, I think this is why also I don't criticize Maresca too much on his substitutions when he got a straight red, because he doesn't trust our defense besides Colwell, and that's why he would always bring on a defensive midfielder or something like that. Now we had 11-11, and just like similar, because when we had Colwell and
11-11 with injuries as well. You should mention that too, because you had a bunch of kids out there.
Palmer's
you had Achimpong, you started the game with Badiashile.
Badiashile and Josh Achimpong, because Tosin was injured, Chalobah was suspended.
Fofana, you got injuries during the game.
Fofana had a concussion protocol because our backup goalkeeper accidentally concussed him during the Carabao Cup game, and then Colwell was gone until Feb. And then they also got they're not injured in Josh and Badiashile. It's preventative because they were getting cramps. So because of that, we took them off and then brought in Hato and Reece James there. So in terms of that, like, credit to them, and that's why also Sheik, I disagree with your point about
Which
Garnacho.
one?
I think
Go
he
on.
had a pretty decent game.
Was he
I don't think he
fast?
did.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think he
decent
did.
game.
Let's
I
go,
think he,
CP.
no,
Yeah,
I'm
decent
sorry. I
game.
can't. No, I
Viva
can't.
Garnacho.
Wait.
Sorry,
Okay,
go ahead.
let's talk about it. I'm sorry. He did his job as a winner. His job as a winger was to make it hell for the right back. There's a reason why Connor Bradley got hooked at halftime. Because
I
he
get
made
it. He
his
was
right
on a
pass.
yellow. I get it. He was on a yellow, but it's like I still
No,
don't think he
Garnacho
was-
caused the yellow. Garnacho made him make shitty tackles on him. He's the one who got us free kicks. He's the one who
Bro,
almost
I
got him
guess.
suspended near the end of the half. He did his
I
job.
don't think he had a good performance. But then I'm also not saying that when Gittins came
Like-
on, he was like better or anything in any
Yeah,
way.
but I'm
I
saying
just
no,
think
because
when both the changes were made, when he took off both wingers, I think Chelsea looked better. That's what I meant.
no,
to say.
it's because I think Maresca told him shoot, go for shots. Because you know what Garnacho's been doing, which we in terms of
I didn't
since
see
he's
that.
joined,
What?
since he's joined Chelsea, is not take stupid shots. Prime can attest to this. He's not taking stupid shots. He's mostly been doing cutbacks or been playing it safe.
Yeah,
Surprisingly.
but how many times did he cross it in and cut it back to no one, bro?
No,
in
no,
that
Prime,
game?
he hasn't done stupid shots. He hasn't done that many stupid shots like he
Yeah,
has.
but there's it's the complete opposite. He's crossed it to no one. How many times
No.
did you see?
You know why he's crossed it to no one? You know why he's crossed it to no one? Because a striker should be there. Because João Pedro's dropping in deep, and that's what we as the Chelsea fan base have said. João Pedro has done better when Delap was with him, because they do a 1-2 tandem. Where because João Pedro likes dropping in deep, similar to Nicholas Jackson, right? He's like a 9/10. He likes picking up and because he's trying to link up the play with the wingers, he's not at the end of chances. That's why when he was scoring these goals, besides the Club World Cup in the Prem, is because Delap was occupying a man and he would be the free man, or he would make.
So you like what you're saying. You like what you're saying.
So
you would have kept it on for longer. Is that what you're saying?
I'm not. I actually
You
thought
enjoy the Garnacho show.
I actually think Prime can I also agree with this. Garnacho's been doing better than Gittins for the most part. I'm sorry, a one-time shot by Gittins, because he took on his man at first, which was good. Then he got a good shot, which was good. After that, he was okay at best, which was
Sure.
very similar
If
to
he's
what
doing better
Garnacho-
than Gittins, that's fine. I'm
Right,
speaking
right, I'm
more
not
so
saying-
on this
I'm- yeah,
game.
I'm
This
not saying
game,
he's-
I honestly didn't think he did well. I think that's why I
I think
praise
he did well
Maresca
for
for
that.
his
I think he did well
substitution,
because he did his
because
job.
I
of
think he
taking
did
on his-
well in taking him off.
No, I think he did his job of taking on his man. I mean, like making it, because that as a winger,
I saw a
I'm
lot of
know who
times
was
where
it.
he played it backwards. I saw a lot of times where he
yeah,
played
which
it
you know
backwards.
what
It wasn't even
was-
that. That's
I'm
fine.
sorry-
Yeah.
I'm sorry, which was kind of smart because we need to keep possession. I'm not going to keep on giving away possession all the time and not hope that one time we're not going to get countered. It's just that Salah
CP, you
decided to
can't.
stop.
Yeah, but it's also like, then what do you want your wingers to do? I thought
You
were-
can't-
No, I want
You
him to do what he was
complained-
doing, which was make it
you
help for the right
complained-
back.
But you complained about Sancho not taking on players last season with Chelsea.
Yeah,
But then now you're
no,
also
No,
saying
he
that
did.
you
He
don't
did
want-
take on Bradley. He did take on
hold
Bradley.
on,
But
hold on,
CP,
hold
the
on.
point is he crossed it to no one every time. There's no
Yeah,
end
it's
product.
like-
I blame that because João Pedro should be in the correct position for that.
Nah, man, you can't just
Yes.
cross it into an area. You have to look for your.
No,
You have to look for a
I'm sorry,
player.
I'm gonna fully judge him. Here's the thing: I will fully judge him on these shitty crosses when Delap comes back in, because if Delap comes back in, João Pedro is going to be in that weird 9/10 position. And if he's still crossing it to no one, then I will come on stream as I always have and admit fully to you guys. But until then, some of these cutbacks, I'm like, if we had a striker who should be in that position, it would have been at least a chance, a threatening chance. I can't fault him for that. Okay. And it's not
I
like
think
I'm a
you
guy
should,
who's
as a
been
winger, when
advocating
you're
for-
crossing the
I'm not
ball,
a
you
guy
should
who's-
look.
And I'm not a guy who's advocating
the
for
player.
Garnacho, like anything like that.
You
I'm
are.
saying he had a
You're.
decent-
Hey,
I've only
You said
said
he's been
I'll
better than
send you the
Gittins so
shirt,
far.
CP. Don't worry, I'll send you the shirt,
first of
bro.
all- Anyways, all I've
I'll
said
send you
is
the
he's
shirt.
done better than Gittins, and I never have raved about Gittins. I've also called Garnacho shit, but for this game, he did it. You're asking what I want from a winger. You know what I want from a winger? To take on his man and make it hell for his fallback. And what did he do? He did, because you could say he cut it, he passed back safely, sure, but he made his right back living hell because that idiot Connor Bradley was making shit tackles so many times he was begging for a red. And that was because Garnacho was always the free man because they were going up so high, and then Connor Bradley would come in and make a shit tackle. So I can't fault him. I'm not saying it's a 10. I'm not saying it's a 9, 7. I said it's a solid 6.5. That's all I'm saying, people.
Fair enough.
That's all I'm saying. Anyways, besides that point, I don't care. Caicedo, I agree with Don C. He's the best DM in the world.
What a player. Yeah.
I want to say he's the best DM in the world. And he's continued the Chelsea legacy since we've had Claude Makelele of always having one of the best DMs in the world. Because we had Makelele, then we went to Matic, then we went to Conte, and now we've come to him. So I'm glad we're continuing this tradition, and long may that continue. Fernandes did a pretty great job, honestly, defensively. He made 4 out of 4 tackles in the first half. He did his job. He got, if we're doing pre-assist or whatever shit, he played the clever pass to Cucurella, who crossed it. Okay, he should have scored the header, I agree. But also, man's been scoring these late headers anyways. He's in the right position. This time he hit the post. Other times he's literally scored. We signed it this season even. So good for Enzo Fernandez, that midfield pivot. Shout out to Lave for being the pettiest person I know, because this man's only healthy for Liverpool and he does masterclasses against Liverpool. I love it. This form of petty is amazing. Imagine if you could actually play more than 2 games prime, you know. Fuck. Anyways, Badishiel. Fuck. It's the hope that kills you, Dotsy. It's the hope that
That's true. I always see him playing against Liverpool.
I agree.
Dude, it's the hope that kills you. Every time he does a masterclass, he's beating the press, he's playing, and you're like, imagine if you could play the next game, and then I fucking get an injury report, dude. It pisses me off. Badishiel, defensively, great. The balls he was chipping in through to dink it straight to Cucurella, amazing. I'll be honest. This is the kind of passing we had from Colwell that we were missing, so great. And credit to Josh for bouncing back from a shit game against Brighton, to be honest.
That's the guy you need to credit.
From the 19-year-old. I got to credit him. Reece James is Reece James. Doesn't matter what position you put him from the midfield, right back, or center back. He just puts out solid 8 out of 10s in any position you put him in, pause. And then I got to say, Neto was a good outlet, but fuck me. He's giving me Willian vibes. I'm getting the Portuguese Willian, and it's fucking insane. Because he will run like no. This is Willian literally when he joined from like Makelele or whatever shit that Moscow team was, the same one Eto came from. He can run. He's got the engine, but he's hesitant to shoot. He sometimes takes on his man. And if you're talking about passing back, this man doesn't even either he does a whipped in cross from the corner of the box, or he's gonna pass it back. He doesn't even do cutbacks, for fuck's sake. And anyways, to my boy, the guy that we were linked with him, and the Chelsea's fan base was like, we're getting another of these stupid kids, pause. And I went on Lewis's stream that day and told him, he's something special. I've talked to my Brazilian friends. I've been watching him a little bit in their version of the FA Cup, because that's when he started breaking through a year and a half ago. He's different. He's special. And then slowly people started seeing his games and the way he performs. I cannot wait for this kid. He needs to start in week in, week out. Sorry, what?
GVO Mike's raid, by the way.
Oh, big up Mike's.
Big up Mike's.
Shout out to Mike's. Big up to Mike's for the raid every single time.
Yeah, but like I was saying, he's something special. I hope this continues. I said I don't want to put too much pressure on him. I said for the first season, if you can give me 5 goals in the league and give me over 10J, I'll be happy. And he's on pace because he's got, I think, a total of 260 minutes, so almost 3 games worth. But obviously, some of them he couldn't completely even play because 4 minutes in, Sanchez decided to get a red, and Chalobah decided to be an idiot. But yeah, he's done great. He's once again scored a goal in the back post. And if you remember preseason, his first goal for Chelsea in a sense was against Leverkusen and a goal back post. So he's good at making those darting runs. He had a great whip pass for Enzo Fernandez header that hit the post. So I can't wait for this kid. He's something special. And now I just want to go to Liverpool. These men sound like the man who were old money, who then got broke, and then their family won the lottery again and don't know how to spend it. That's what they're like.
That's messed up. That's messed up.
You know what I'm saying? When
I've never
when the family business is successful, and then the 3rd generation spends it all, and now the 5th generation somehow wins the lottery, and they're like, "Oh wait, we can ball again." Yeah,
we need a Liverpool fan on this panel. We need it.
I know.
And you know what I love? I can't. Let's do this. I'm fucking ready. Okay. Virgil van Disney, these Liverpool fans dare say that he's the best center back that this league has ever seen.
Yeah,
yeah, bro.
Yeah. Cardi, as
I
as
could.
as I heard in some streams earlier today, Cardi V, make it drop from
Cardi
the
V.
top. You know what I'm saying? That's my boy right here. You know what I'm saying?
Damn,
But
son.
this Cardi, if this man is
Cardi
ever
V.
compared to these 4 center backs ahead of, and he's
But-
the best in front of
Continue.
Yapstam.
Shit,
CP,
man.
just
He's
talk.
busting a move at the club.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If people
holy
tell
shit,
me
man.
this guy is better than Yapstam, Tony Adams, Rio Ferdinand, and John Terry, never speak to me again. Never speak to me about Virgil van Ora. This is all he does. You know what he waits for? Someone else to do the job for him. That's what he does. He waits for someone else to do the job for him. He auras his way. He keeps on backing up. Thank you.
Jesus.
Dude, even there was a Chelsea game before he's backed up like this too. It's fucking hilarious.
Showing
I
us
think
our
it was
stuff.
Jackson scored like last year. Anyways, so Virgil van Ora. Okay. Then we got McAllister. How is McAllister doing now, boys? How's McAllister doing? Because he's shite. He's actually, you know what? He's giving me the Enzo Fernandez hernia season, except this man doesn't have a hernia. So what the fuck is going on with this guy? Then we gotta get to Mohamed Salah. These man last season, after they won their second league, were saying he's the best ever Prem player over Thierry Henry. Brother, you just equaled the same amount of Prems as Eden Hazard, and these men are like, where was Eden Hazard playing? Where was Mo Salah playing when he was 17? Hazard was literally winning a league with Lille at 18 and won the player of the player of that league. Where was Salah in fucking Egypt? Not even in Geneva. So what the fuck are we talking about ages and shit? Okay, so now you're not even. We're talking about Eden. You're not even close. You're just the same level as Eden Hazard at best. How dare you talk about Thierry Henry and some other greats? What the fuck are you on about? And I'm a Chelsea fan. Thierry Henry. And if you're talking about missing in finals, I'm sorry. I've seen Salah miss more finals than Thierry Henry right now. Okay, and if you're talking about finals, Thierry Henry at least showed up in a World Cup in '98. This man is part of Egypt, and if you know about Egypt and AFCON, they're literally the Brazil of AFCON. They have won the most. Arguably, Salah's their most talented player in the history of that country, and he still can't carry them to an AFCON. But when they had mid-table players in the Prem, they could win AFCONs.
We got Mane though.
What does that fucking say?
Oh no, CP, you're forgetting the fact of Salah got to an AFCON final.
I know I lost to Mane, his teammate. That's the funniest
got
part.
dunked on by the better Liverpool player in Mane, but no one talks about that.
The more clutch one, the one actually scores
yes.
that scores non-penalty goals in finals.
Yeah.
Anyways, and then let's talk about the new signings. You know what I'm saying? Do you guys remember?
Florian Wirtz.
I
Worst. Oh.
wait, Sheik.
Swartz.
Let me cook. Do you guys remember certain German, who was talented, who was wanted by a lot of teams around the world? I think around 2020. I said this line yesterday. It came from the same club, if you guys remember, certain Bayern Leverkusen. You know what I'm saying? And then joined a certain Prem side, and they won a trophy the next year, right? After you joined that Prem side, if you guys remember, called the Champions League. There was a lot of hype, and then he was fucking dog shit. It gives me a lot of remnant. Florian Wirtz is giving me the same shit right now, and everyone's talking about, oh guys, remember that one flick he did? Wow. Do you guys remember the nicknames for Kai Havertz when he joined? The Silky Kai, the German Bergkamp. No, isn't that no? But I'm saying, wasn't that talking about how good of a first touch, how silky he is, similar to Mr. Florian Wirtz? And we're now at 009, and now people are talking about, oh, but he had that one amazing flick. Thank you for showing up for 2 seconds, buddy. Thank you. Yes, we paid 120 million for that. We paid 120 million for that. And I love how these Liverpool fans want time for. Why are they always a boy who cried wolf? Why are they always woe is me? Why are they always, as I tell Prime? I hate when rich people act like they're broke bitches. That's what I hate the most. You know what I'm saying? That's what I hate the most. You know when you have your richest friend and they ask you to pay for their coffee? Why the fuck am I paying for your coffee? What the fuck is going on? because these men always need their players to have time. But if I remember Paul Pogba being bought by Manchester United, did he get time? Did he get time? When Lukaku joined us, when Caicedo joined us for his first game in West Ham when we lost, or Enzo Fernandez, did they get time?
Even guys I don't rate, Declan Rice, did he get
Yeah,
time?
yeah. Did Jack Grealish get time?
Did Jack
When he
Grealish
joined
get
Man
time?
City? I don't remember
The same
I don't
Jack
remember
Grealish, by the way, who's outperforming him.
balling out at Everton.
Like by a mile, he's outperforming him.
Eli, I'm gonna hold my hands up because I was criticizing Jack Grealish, and I was saying he's not all that. But you know what? You're fully right. Pep Shackles. Fair enough. I'm gonna put my hands up. But anyways, so these men want time, but we need to give Liverpool time, guys. And like I said, welcome to being a big dog in the 21st century in the Premier League. Because when we were buying the most expensive players in the league, when we bought Torres's and Lukaku's and Shevchenko's and all these, man, and for example, when you guys have Declan Rice and Gyökeres and same with Paul Pogba and all these guys, our players had no time. Our players had to perform then and there. But these men have to be given time. You tell me, why do I have to give time to the two-time German Player of the Year? Why do I have to give him time? Why do I have to give Mr. Isak time? He scored 20 goals in the same league, no? For a worse team?
Prem proven.
I think we need to look.
Yeah, isn't he Mr. Prem proven? And we're gonna hype up a touch that some people are like, did he mean it or not? Because I felt like he was just trying to take down the ball and then it just fell into Gakpo's path. But fair enough. We're gonna try to hype that up against. By the way, he got pocketed against a 19-year-old who predominantly plays right back.
Can we talk about how he's been benched in two very big games, the Merseyside derby and Chelsea at the Bridge?
Yeah,
this is 100 million signing. Let's just like cut all the bullshit and just talk about that real quick. Forget even what minutes he had in this game. He didn't even start this game
again.
So you're telling me 100 million player who you can't even say that the whole preseason thing, because he was there in preseason. He was one of the first players that you signed. He was there during the whole summer. He was part of pretty much everything. So he's been at the club this whole time. You're telling me that he can't even start a big game like this, him being £100 million player, the player that you guys were like, we know Salah is not going to score and assist the way that he does, but the goals are going to be shared with Florian Wirtz. He hasn't scored a single goal.
No, he hasn't even gotten a single assist. That's why it's a 009.
We're not counting Community Shield. We're not counting that.
Yeah.
We're not.
And but Sheik, you bring a good point, because instead of Florian Wirtz, a certain Szoboszlai was starting, and then he became right back because a certain Frimpong, who was rated as one of the best right back to buy available in the world, was bought in from a side called Leverkusen who were undefeated. So why isn't he starting games? What's going on, Arno Slot? I was hearing that Kirkes in the summer was better than Cucurella by a lot of Liverpool fans. So what's happening to Kirkes? Where's Kirkes? What's happening to Kirkes?
And don't get me wrong, like I still have Liverpool like winning this league, but what's CP saying? The amount of shit that I was hearing this summer.
Weren't they gonna walk
We're
the league?
a big club. We do this shit. We spend this money.
The
we
league's
haven't spent
over.
this money. League's over. Isak's here. Isak's coming. Everyone.
But Cheek, if you
the
know
league
this,
is over. You know, like this is what I heard.
But here's the thing. As me and Sheik, as we know, being back to winning the Prem back to back, these men have never done that. Pops can talk about the 1980s when most of us weren't alive, and I think Dauncey was probably younger than 10. So we don't need to care. We're talking about now. We're talking about the 21st century once again. Okay, and you know what Liverpool are?
Yeah, I was there.
You know what Liverpool are with after this Steven Gerrard 2005 bullshit? They're front runners. Because if you remember 2020, what happened? Everyone crumbled and they did front running. Last season was front running. Them winning the Champions League, it's against Spurs. It's basically front running. They're front runners. Because every time, because think about it, they're always 1 point away from Man City, but they never get it over the line. They've never gotten it over the line.
CP, sorry for cutting you off. So you're telling me they might do a Steven Gerrard?
Yeah. I don't think
Slip
they're going to
up.
win the league. I've never seen them win the league when they're under pressure. They've won the league when they're front running. How can I say they can? How can I say now that they're winning the league? They haven't done it countless times against Man City. They've only done it when Man City's fallen off and they're front running. Those 2 times they won the Prem, they were front running. So how can you got to prove otherwise, right? Just when I was saying about Chelsea, you got to beat Manchester United for me in Old Trafford for me to fully believe in this team. So they got to do something different too. And how can I say everything meshes? Because we bought literally a Ballon d'Or winner in Shevchenko, and he did shit for us. And we didn't win the league that season, by the way, when he joined us. We did not win the league.
Like, I hear whatever, cool. In the beginning, it was all like Florian Wirtz is. If Liverpool are winning games and we can't really criticize them that much because we're winning games and all that type of stuff, cool, whatever. But now it's like you're not winning games. So what now? Speak on it now.
Hey, Sheik, for me, it wasn't that Liverpool were winning games. It was because I've been calling this out from the Brentford game. Sorry, it's not the fact that they were winning games; it's how they were winning games. Because teams wasn't attacking them. Teams were still thinking that they were the same Liverpool from last season, which high ferocity, the way they're gonna blow teams away. Pause. All right, Brentford, Salah got a lucky goal. Because Salah got a lucky goal later on. They got deflated. The next game was Newcastle. Right. Yes, they did go. They did go up 2 goals, but they done that when Newcastle had 10 men and Newcastle equalized. That's what I'm saying. And they got a lucky goal afterwards. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's not that they've been playing great. They've been playing piss poor. It's just because they've had the quality to get them over the line. And now teams are taking it to them, which a lot of teams should have been doing from day one. And you're kind of seeing Liverpool's true colours, right? In my opinion, because Wirtz hasn't been that 100+ million player. Okay, there's not many players, in my opinion, that deserve that price tag. But then that's the price tag he is. He came as the best number 10 in Europe, in world football. Yeah. And he's telling me after 9 games he hasn't got a GA. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking pissing me off? Do you know the funny thing is, right? And like CP said, any of our players, any single one of our players, yeah, even down to Caicedo when he first went to Chelsea in his first season, everyone had chat for them, man. There, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, they're nothing, blah blah blah, this and all of that, yeah. That where's his Liverpool supporters now? They're all balling slot out. So the thing is, if we can't criticize him after how many games, yeah, why can't Liverpool supporters back their man after how many games? Do you know what I'm saying? Or they'd be like, you know what, yeah, maybe he's not good enough for now. Because we can only talk about the games that's been in front of us. Yeah? Because all I'm hearing is, oh, but we see a player in him. There's a fucking player in every single person in the Premier League. This is why they're in top tier football. Let's not sugarcoat it. But certain players are just not that guy. We could say that Liverpool hasn't played with a number 10 in how many years? Who gives a fuck? You man are the reigning champions. There's more pressure on you lot than there is for any single one of our clubs because you lot are the reigning champions. Plus, you lot supposed to support the best number 10 in world football and the best all-round English striker, yeah, in England, yeah? So there is pressure on you, but yeah, them man are claiming a fucking bad touch as an assist, yeah, and a flick as worth that money. Do you know what? Yeah, Liverpool supporters, right? I've never had beef with you, man, but you make a fuck off because you man got so much chat.
So much chat this summer, bro. That's what I'm saying. And trust me, like,
I love
again, this is not a thing where, like, as a United fan, we're not on any sort of like level or whatever. But this is, I'm purely just replying to all the shit that I was hearing this summer, bro. That Liverpool are this crazy team. They're gonna dog walk the league, this and that. That they're this big club that bullied Newcastle and they got the best player. Bro, the Newcastle striker looks like he's better than Isak currently at this moment, bro.
Has he got more GA than him as well?
Yes, of course he has. Isak's not scored a goal in the Premier League. Yeah, he got a goal in the Carabao Cup. Cool. Carabao Cup.
Hey, mate.
Is that what you signed him for?
Both of our strikers have got more GA than him. And have they played in the Premier League before?
Sesko
Come on,
has
man,
more goals than him in the Premier League. Sesko didn't have a preseason with us, just like Isak. So this was just that, man. When it comes to other players in the past, Liverpool fans have been very quick to criticize, be it a Foden, be it a Saka, be it a Rice, be it a Caicedo, be it whoever, be it a Pogba, be it whoever. Got these guys out here doing 009s and 008s and shit, man. So yeah, that's what I would. That's what I would say. Prime.
Has everyone gone? Can I speak?
Yeah, go on.
All right, interesting. Chelsea fans were told because we lost to Bayern and Brighton and Man United that we're no longer world champions. And United are world champions now. Bayern Munich are world champions. Brighton are world champions.
Shit, we were world champions. I didn't know that. Why didn't nobody tell me?
Does that no? You guys told us that when we lost to you guys last week. Anyways,
I never told you that.
Does that make me Premier League champions now? My Premier League champion because of this. Is that how that works? No.
Yeah.
I remember a man like Jamie Carragher, the guy that spits on little girls. He was crying that Liverpool weren't invited and saying that the Club World Cup is a Mickey Mouse trophy. This is why you weren't invited, because you guys would disgrace the Premier League. You lost to a team that not only had no centre backs but also had Sanchez in goal. This is your level. This is what you are. Is this what you are? You had 320.5 British million pounds on the field, and this is what you mustered up with. Really Isaac has as much goals as Kai Havertz right now. Really, is that the level? Is that what you spent your money on? Really, that's truly what you spent your money on.
Mason Mount has more GNA than Florian Wirtz. Mason Mount.
Salah's meant to be a lockdown for the Premier League right wing spot. Better than Ronaldo, Henry, all these guys. What now? Without the P&P, let's see how good Salah really is. Let's see his technical level. Let's see what he can really do. Because everyone's giving smoke to Isaac and Wirtz and whatever. That's all well and good. You guys can all do that. For me, I'm looking at the world-class players in that team, the leaders, the GOATs, the Prem all-timers. Why aren't they stepping up? Van Dijk, why is it in every precarious moment I have images of you twerking for no reason? Every day, images on you online twerking for no reason. You've done it in a Champions League final. You've done it in the Prem numerous times. You've done it against Bruno Fernandes before. Why are you always twerking? Why are you always twerking? Always twerking. Gravenberch is supposed to be the best DM in this league. They said he's better than Caicedo. He's better than Rice. But what does he really do? Yes, he can play on a half turn. But what does he really do in DM? McAllister looked lost. McAllister, the picture everyone has of Enzo Fernandez, the fat, overweight Argentinian. That's what McAllister looked like on the field. Just nothing. Connor Bradley. How do you allow Garnacho to cook? How do you allow Garnacho to cook? Because Garnacho wasn't brilliant, but what he did do, he played with Garnacho. One thing he does do is he causes chaos, and you allowed him to cause enough chaos to get you hooked at halftime. How? Robertson comes on at left back. The guy's an old man right now. You saw him for the goal, huffing and puffing because he's tired, bro. Legs are gone. Klopp ran his legs into the ground, bro. He's gone. He's finished. He's finished. It's funny that the team that had a centre back on the pitch lost. The world-class centre back, Van Dijk. Because I remember in the Carabao Cup final, when you guys brought on a few of your kids in extra time, the narrative was Liverpool won with kids. Even though Van Dijk won the header and scored. But Liverpool won with kids. So why couldn't you beat us with our kids? Because our kids aren't supposed to be good. We have no centre backs anyway. And with the two that we started, Badiashile pocketed Mo Salah. You allowed Achimpong, a kid, to go up against the most expensive striker in this league. People are saying Isaac's supposed to be the best striker in this league. Because I remember what was said last year. This guy's better than Haaland. He can do more than what Haaland can do. All Haaland can do all Haaland can do is score goals, score tap-ins. Haaland can't drop deep. Haaland can't create for himself. Isaac can do that. So why are we complaining about lack of service from Liverpool? Because with Gyökeres, or not at Arsenal, I understand that he can't really do all of that. So him not having much service is understandable. Isaac's supposed to be the guy that can do everything, right? Why can't he do everything? If Wirtz is struggling, fine. Isaac knows this league meant to be the best striker. Salah's meant to be a Premier League all-timer. Why can't you guys figure it out and win games? What's the issue there? What's the problem?
It's got a point.
Because everyone wants to criticize Slot, which I do understand. He also needs to figure it out because it looks bad. I get it. However, the big experienced players in the team, you guys also need to step up. Because I've said it about Chelsea the past few games when we've been getting red cards and we've been losing. As much as I agreed Maresca deserved criticism, I also looked at it and said, why is it my most experienced players in the squad are constantly getting sent off and causing mistakes and making us lose? Why? Speaking of experienced players at Chelsea and speaking of world-class centre-backs, do you notice that we can beat a big team in this league without a certain guy in defense? You notice that, right?
Yeah.
When I said after Palace that Achingfong is better than Chalobah, that was blasphemous. Is it crazy now? Achingfong started 2 games this season in the league and went up against 2 out of the 3 best strikers in this league. I don't think it's crazy to say Haaland, Isaac, and Mateta are 3 of the best strikers in this league, right? That's not crazy, is it? No,
not crazy.
Cool.
Hey, Prime, before you finish, who was my pick, my surprise pick of the season for last season?
Who?
Mateta.
Oh yeah, he was.
Do you remember? And that's why, because you saw what he could possibly be if he got a regular run without injury. Look at him now.
Oh yeah, he's quality. But Achingfong went up against this guy and against Isaac, held his own. My baller. Badiashile, you played well, but I'm not going to give you really that much credit. Salah's washed right now. I'm not gonna say you pocketed an all-timer, because right now Salah looks like an old timer. So it's funny because Liverpool and United, you guys both got 100 mil for GA merchants, and you rejected the 100 mil for both of them. You're not going to get that money again. You're not getting that money again, both of you. And I'll end on this. I've been saying for about 6 months, 7 months that Egypt win AFCON because of Marmoush and Salah. Marmoush is now injured. He will be back just as AFCON starts. And Salah's stinking right now. So I guess my only hope for my pick is Salah saving all of that judge for the tournament. Because he's won his league at Liverpool. Still wasn't enough to win Ballon d'Or because you're not the best player in the world. But he's won his league at Liverpool. He's won 2 Premier Leagues. He is your greatest ever Premier League player. There's Gerrard, all he does is slip. But with Salah, I kind of hope he can go and do it and win AFCON. Because it would be a nice story. But if you don't win AFCON and you retire, and then Egypt win AFCON after you retire, it looks spooky. Because Egypt won 3 AFCONs on the bounce. And the year after, you started playing international football. I don't know if it's a coincidence or not. But...
Lads, I've got to leave in a minute, yeah? But can I say this quickly off what Prime said? I want to go back a little bit, just a little bit, yeah? First and foremost, fuck Liverpool, right? This is what I'm saying. Like I said, I've got no beef for them, but they're creating this shit, right? I want to say fuck Jamie Carragher as well, yeah? Because he was twerking like fucking Virgil van Spice, yeah? Out there for Maresca, and there's no disrespect to Maresca, just because when Maresca celebrated that goal, yeah, he was all, yeah, do you know what, yeah, there was a disconnect with the fans, and I'm so happy that everyone embraced him, yeah. Let's go back 12 months, yeah, when a certain player for a certain fucking team in a certain demographic, was celebrating the fact when someone said be humble and he was taking the piss out of man, and he was like, who are you? Why are you doing this? Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Man, want to do that shit, yeah. But you know what, yeah. let me put it this way: from time and infrastructure, still backs a man that spits at little kids. Yeah, go fuck yourself, rude boy. And you know what? Yeah, fuck your team too, you fucking dirty piece of shit. Because when Chelsea man's when Chelsea man wasn't when fucking what is it in Paris, and there was a small demographic being racial to certain people, wouldn't let them on the train, you was one that had a fucking big mouth. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I say to them, man? There, shut the fuck up. Do you know what I'm saying? Because just remember, everything's online nowadays. Do you hear what I'm saying? These man there, they make me fucking sick. So before I go, I want to say, Jamie Carragher, you fucking dirty fool. No one rates you. Like not only fucking Gerrard slipped for your team, but just remember the greatest Premier League striker ever, went against you, you pussy up. And what did you do? You fucking slipped, you dirty piece of shit. So I guess it's not always, it's not just fucking Van Dijk that's twerking and that's on his back all the time. Man, like you live in your belly, you dirty. I was going to say it, but I'm not going to do it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, people's managers love all times, big it up.
Big up, though. Big up every single time, Dante. Big up.
Like Liverpool.
Fuck Jamie Carragher every single time.
Here's the thing. I still expect you guys to be able to fix this and go on to win this league. But I said back in the summer, June 26th, because I found the receipt yesterday. I said on Beijing Reds, on a call-in show, and this is after they had signed Frimpong Kirkes and they're still trying to sign Isaac and Verts. I said, you guys will win one major this season now that we're in. But I don't think you guys will win. I think you guys win one major. You'll probably win a domestic, but I don't see you guys winning two majors or these multiple trophies, treble, whatever. And they were trying. I got rushed as if I said something crazy. I got jumped, bro. I got assaulted. As if I said something mad. And they were like, whoa. You're going to have to hold a box for that. How many? And I asked them, how many trophies do you guys think? And they just held up 4. 4. Fantastic 4. Well, what's funny right now is your next game is against Ruben Amorim. And if he's able to get his first back-to-back in the Prem,
God,
you guys will hold 4 losses for Slot. Is it slot out? That's what Sam says. Are we slot out now? That's what we're doing. Chelsea were in crisis like a week ago. You know what? That's mad, We were in crisis. Maresca, is he going to get sacked? Is our squad good enough? Oh, Chelsea are in the top 4 battle. Now all of a sudden, I'm seeing Liverpool fans say, bring me Areola. I'm seeing Mon say, Slot, you're not as lovable as Klopp was, so you're going to have to fix this shit. I'm getting jumped by people. It's not fun. Cool. Instead of telling Slot alone just to fix it, why don't you tell Mohamed better than Hazard, better than Henry, better than Bergkamp, better than Ronaldo, Salah to fix it? Why don't you tell your best player to actually turn up? Why don't you tell Virgin Van I'm better than Rio Ferdinand to die? You step off. Why don't you tell Gravenberch to stop pressing up the pitch and actually sit in DM? Why don't you tell McAllister to stop eating burgers all the time and actually start, doing his job in midfield? Why don't you tell Verts? Because I when Verts came on, I saw that little flick he did, that little backheel flick for Salah to go through. If Salah had scored that and Liverpool win, the narrative is
conversation will be completely different. Yeah.
Even if Verts has the
best.
Even if he has the same performance, by the way, the narrative would be Verts balled out. So the quality with Verts is still there, obviously. He's not dead player. He's not Havertz. The quality is there. You saw it in that move. So why can't you do that consistently? Forget the system, by the way. Just your individual quality. Why can't it show and sign? Why? Why is it not there with Verts? Isaac, I'm expecting you to do more. Why aren't you not doing more? You have the same GIA as Liam Delap for us this season. Why? Delap played, I think, 1 or 2 games. So why do you have the same GIA as him?
Also, one last thing about that is, what about the great Michael Edwards? No, he came back. He's a mastermind of all this, building great teams. So why not buy a DM? How about that? How about fucking buy a DM?
It was Klopp's talent ID. It's Klopp's
Yeah,
fault.
yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. No, they were bad because of Klopp. So now they got Michael Edwards back. Remember the
Oh.
band's back together. See, that's why
Mm.
we got Isaac. We're spending our money. So why not buy a DM Michael Edwards? You guys
No,
are
it's
missing
mad.
that for 4
Maybe-
years, no?
Maybe Klopp actually was right about spending big money at Liverpool. Listen, Liverpool, you know what you guys are? Like,
Told you.
you know what you guys are? You're the guy who, you know, you come from humble beginnings, like grew up in a council estate, you had to get it out the mud to make it big. That's what you guys are. You're not the, you know, I come from a rich family, trust fund baby. You don't have that drive in you. You don't have the dog in you. You don't have that when you're born at the top, you're not gonna have that dog in you to want to get it on your own because you can rely on daddy's money. And that's what you've done. You spent daddy's money. I know what's like Chelsea spending daddy's money.
Yeah.
Like what
We
CP
spent it all
said.
our lives.
Shevchenko, Lukaku, all these man. I know what's like spending
Right.
daddy's money. I know
Yeah.
what's like. Sheik and Spooby knows what it's like. Pogba, all these guys. Hoyland,
Varane.
whatever.
Lukaku.
You guys know what it's like spending daddy's money. Now you've spent daddy's money. We now expect the money you've used. Like what did you spend daddy's
To
money
produce
on?
something. Yeah.
What you spent daddy's money on some strippers and some hookah? Is that what you've done? Is that what you spent daddy's money on? Some strippers and some hookah.
Anyway,
we're
no
doing.
repercussions. I've never met. If you're a Liverpool fan watching this, I hope you are, and take this personally. I've never met a more sensitive, vulnerable bunch of people than
Yep.
Liverpool fans. They always want to play the victim. They always want to be the underdog. They never want to say, "Oh, we never spend money." Now they have spent money, and they can't deal with it. They can't deal with the pressure. Okay, and listen. Mainstream media are definitely bailing them out. ESPN put out that Wirtz he had the highest stats for chance creations. It was a lie. It was a fucking lie. They have
Bro,
mainstream.
They
have mainstream media.
Yeah, because Stephen Nichols, an ex-Liverpool legend.
bro,
That's why
you have Sam saying that I'm sick of the Wirtz slander and stuff. You know what's funny? Because right now, what Wirtz is getting is just the social media slander. What I saw Lukaku get for 7 touches against Aston Villa was the English media slander. Pogba got English media slander.
Oh yeah, bro.
English media, not
I
just,
wonder why.
Not just dumb people on social media, on like YouTube or Twitter. The English media.
Yeah, mainstream. Yeah.
Mainstream. And I thought United would be safe from that, by the way, because it's United and you guys should have enough people in the mainstream. But yeah, Pogba and Lukaku still got that criticism. But when it's Liverpool, we got to protect Wirtz and Isak. And no one's speaking on Isak being a flop yet. We're just people are just only.
Isak will be first before Wirtz.
We all know
Isak will be first.
True.
Oh no, Spooby, speaking of sensitivity, I was seeing on multiple accounts over social media about Liverpool fans saying they got robbed because that Isak one should have been a pen. You know where Isak's literally dragging Reece James down?
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah, so
the one he grabbed his shirt and then Reece James pulled him back.
And then Reece James puts his arm up and it hits Isak's face. They're like, that should have been a pen.
I love that.
They got robbed.
CP, can I just say, I love
robbed again. That's what I was seeing. Robbed again.
Smart from Reece, by the way. He played that so smart from Reece. Hey, listen. How are you allowing Reece James to be the best center back on the pitch?
Reece James played great that game. He played great.
Bro. This is.
Hey, to be fair, on his day, Reece James is the best right back in the world, in my opinion. One of the best right backs.
He's one of the best footballers, period, bro. Not just right back. One of the best.
Facts.
And this just shows
defensively, he's up there. Yeah.
Like the past few games or whatever, red cards, certain lineups, you were angry with our window. I get it. Fuck the sporting directors. But now, just start using the squad as is, bro. Start using the squad. Don't play certain players. I don't like that we have an international break now, but hopefully, Maresca, this can show you. I don't want Chalobah to touch Chelsea again. Lock him out of Cobham. He should not play for us again. We have more than enough players, and Reece can also play centre back now. So we have more than enough. We should need to see Chalobah again. I'm so serious. Sanchez, I'll deal with him in the summer, but right now, Chalobah can't touch the pitch for Chelsea.
Also, one last thing. I just want to say this is a momentous day because all our clubs won. Like literally all from Spurs to Man United to Arsenal to Chelsea, all of them won. Everyone won.
Can we not call Liverpool fans out more? You fucking sensitive bitches. I fucking hate them. I can't stand Liverpool fans.
I hate them.
I hate them. I can't stand them. Me and Paddy were talking about it as well. He said he would rather watch Spurs win something than what. Honestly, see in Ireland as well. There's a lot of Liverpool fans.
Yeah,
there's so many of them, and they're the most insufferable fucking dickheads you'll ever listen to.
Liverpool
I cannot stand them.
Like for me, Liverpool are insufferable, but like I kind of allow it a little bit because they are actually a big club over. But they're just
they're a big club, but that's not the point.
No. I know it's not the point. I'm saying they're just as bad as Arsenal fans. I agree with you. They're just as bad.
No, but you know what I like about Arsenal fans is because they try and like they act like the big dog. You know, even though they're wrong. Liverpool fans, once they get criticized, they cower back and they're like, "Oh, we didn't spend all the money. We're not. We're the underdogs."
Last year, remember when they were running away with the league? What did Hussam say? Leopard in the tree. We're the leopard in the tree. Don't criticize us. We're the leopard in the tree.
They're doing that now. I see what they're doing now. Because you know how there's a stat going around that Arsenal are Premier League and Champions League favorites. And Liverpool fans seem to have all agreed that they're not winning the league. So you know what will happen? If Liverpool still win this league,
the bookies got it right.
What a great story. Hey, we had to come from adversity. Arsenal were favourites.
I mean, I don't know, man. I'm not as confident in Liverpool as I was, man. Because now that I'm looking at their team, bro, they're lacking in several departments. Like they need another center back, another couple actually, because Konate's looking shit. Virgil van Dijk, bro, he's on his last legs. Salah's on his last legs. You know what I'm saying? There's like maybe 4 or 5 men on this team that needs to get replaced. You know what I'm saying? Before they just fall into obscurity, So if they don't do anything this year, go ahead.
These players, though. They have replaced these players. Like Isaac is the replacement in Salah in terms of being the goal scorer. Wirtz is the replacement in Trent from a creative perspective. Frimpong is the replacement in Trent from being a right back.
Hey, Frimpong is that is a failed player, bro. He ain't a winger. He ain't a right back. Trash.
And Guehi is the eventual replacement for Van Dijk. Mamardashvili is the eventual replacement for Alisson. FSG have spent all this money to replace like your spine and your old heads. You know what's funny? Because remember the argument we had months back.
They still don't have a DM.
I know. But remember the argument that we had months back. Remember I said I actually think FSG are good ownership, and you guys were against me on that, right? Remember that. Liverpool spent all this money. There's no bad word about FSG right now. But I asked Liverpool fans this: all this money you've spent, do you trust FSG next summer to spend the money? Do you trust them to do that?
I sure as hell don't, because they have a proven track record of spending big one year and then the next year, not a peep. You'd be lucky to get a penny. You know what I'm saying? So
next 3 years, I'm not doing it.
Bro, I'm telling you. So they better capitalize now, because if they don't switch out these players now, Liverpool fans are in for a rude awakening, because they about to drop down the table, and it's gonna be a sharp drop. Drop.
When people say, "Oh, next summer get Elise to replace Salah," you've replaced Salah. Isaac is the replacement. He's your goal scorer. You've replaced him.
Yeah, don't forget about Ekitike.
Yeah.
Who's looking better than Isak, by the way. You know what I'm saying?
You know what, Eli, you're right. Ekitike is a baller, bro.
Hey, man, I'm telling you, bro.
Hey, low key, Eli knows ball. Ekitike,
man.
low key.
Hey, what did you see from those fucking? Remember we were making the teams. Remember we were making the teams at the start.
Yeah,
Eli has all these little fucking things. Yeah, Eli.
Eli,
man, another game.
What center back should Chelsea buy? I'm curious, bro.
Honestly,
McGuire.
Honestly, there's a few that y'all could get, but
I want Antonio Silva. I rate Antonio Silva.
Really?
Oh no, yeah, I think
Yeah,
he'll be decent. He'll be
bro, he's
decent for
very
y'all.
good. Very good.
Yeah. Y'all need a couple of center backs. Honestly, I feel like y'all Liverpool. I think Man United maybe need one more, but I think they need a midfielder more than they need that.
Oh,
Uh, y'all need a goalkeeper badly, badly. Oh my goodness, y'all need a goalkeeper and defenders.
You don't think that Sanchez is top 5 goalkeeper in the league and better than Donnarumma?
I don't know who said that, but whatever could stay on, I need some of that. I need some of that because bruh. Sanchez is one of the worst 5 goalkeepers in the Prem, if not the world. That dude is trash.
Marshall
Hot trash.
tagged me in something on Twitter,
Oh,
or
don't get
added me. Sorry, on
Play Marshall.
someone on Twitter.
Don't get me started.
pick up Marshall.
What
Yeah,
the
pick up
fuck did it
Marshall.
even say? Okay, hold on.
No,
I'll
it was
find it.
basically stating he's top 5 goalkeeper because of his saves.
No. It's a stat. So someone said something like the way Sanchez has been performing this season, and something like he's. I'll find it. 1 second.
Actually, can I ask you, Eli? Eli, what do you think of Hincapi?
I mean, I don't really know too much about him. I'm not even on front, bro. Like I've seen him a couple of times. Whenever Sporting were playing somebody big, but I mean, I haven't really seen enough for me to make that judgment. Especially now that he's in the Prem, because there's a big adjustment between here and Portuguese football. So I got to see him first before I'm able to make that judgment. But
Yeah.
just based off of what I've seen so far, tidy on the ball. I feel like he'll be a good addition to the back line for sure. There's one thing I'll give Arsenal a little bit of credit for is that they've been getting some quality defenders. You know what I'm saying? Gabriel Saliba. Jury's out on Mascara right now. Like he's okay, but I still think he's a bit rash. Timber. Ben White when he's in form. I'm not even gonna
He's
talk
got
about
that scrap
Calafiore
on him.
because
Hincapi.
Calafiore he's not a defender, bro. I don't care what anybody says. That brother's not a defender. He's a midfielder. He's a failed midfielder. And then who else? Yeah, and
I
then
mean, one thing I've seen
yeah.
from him, he's always fighting. Like he's always scrapping for the ball.
Bro. It's
like always
crazy,
like
man.
yeah. I think he's decent, but we'll see.
Yeah, but I mean, shoot, I don't know.
But bro, like, hey, Sheik, what about Kirkus as well? Kirkus has
Bro,
been like
he's been shit.
I don't
He's
think
been-
we're talking enough about Slot either. I think we need to talk about Arnie Slot a little bit because how are
Hey,
you not
listen,
able to get
bro.
the best out of all these players, bro? Honestly,
Hey, last year is starting to look a little flukish, you know what I'm saying?
was
It's
last.
starting to look a little, he taking
I have a
advantage
question for
of
Hussam. Yeah, I have a question for Hussam, and it's like literally about last year too. It's like
yeah,
was
bro, because
last.
he took advantage of everybody. Everybody was shit last year, and they basically dog walked the league because they were the least shit.
But was
But
also
let's
that
not
group of players.
sugarcoat the fact that they almost lost to a fucking 9-man Spurs side.
Yeah.
Was that also maybe just like Liverpool's that squad being on its like
True.
last legs of like
No, Sheik, you know what you
success or
should
whatever?
Sheik, you know what you should ask him? Because remember there was the slander that the football community has for Arteta, how he won with Emery's squad.
Mm.
So did Slot win with Klopp's squad?
Klopp squad, yeah, true.
Because they only got
Mhm.
games.
That's what
Everyone
I'm
else
saying.
with Klopp's.
I
Now
know
they
it's a
have
little
this
too
like-
early,
to
maybe
be fair,
to
the
because look,
the only
I
tweak-
still have them as favorites. I just think Arteta will make stupid enough mistakes for them to lose the league. And that might just be just like how they won last season. That might just be enough for them to still win it again. They might still show enough quality later on to everyone else might still not be good enough to challenge them.
Hey, City's
right,
looking good again.
City is looking good. Then they're in the mix too, but it's like
Hey,
could
they got
still turn
injuries
things.
too. City got
They-
injuries. People ain't
they can
talking about
still-
that. They got big injuries to attacking players.
They can still turn things around. Like that's one thing I'm not denying or just cutting them out of or shutting them out of. But it's like, how are you not able to get like the best out of some of like not even the best, but just like even just the basics out of some of these players? How are you not able to do that?
But like
How is Shabazz your best player when he's playing right back? Like how is
Yeah,
that?
but when you
That's
buy
not-
in a bunch of like
Facts.
players, it can take a bit of time to settle. However, you know
Yeah.
what City have, right? Because City have spent
It's like
a
I look
lot.
at Isak. Does he really need time to settle? He has better
No,
players around him.
I know, but I'm just trying to like make a point of wait.
Hmm.
City, they've brought in a lot of players. Some of them are like having a bit of a stop-start thing where
But the thing
one
with
game
City
they're good,
also is that
another game they're bad. Hold on, but what City have though, their top players are actually performing. Haaland is consistently scoring goals. So in games where they struggle, he'll bail them out. And Donnarumma has been a top signing for them straight away. He's performing.
Bro,
speaking
like,
on-
hey,
Again-
listen, that's
again
what
with
happens when you get a world-class goalkeeper. You know what I'm saying? Get that back line straight. You know what I'm saying? When you have that presence.
Again with
We're
Liverpool,
not speaking on this guy too, but I'll speak on him. But Phil Foden actually is back in his form as well.
Yeah,
Like,
but
he's
that's what I
actually-
mean about
Somewhat,
top players
somewhat,
performing.
yeah.
he's playing well.
No, but
He's
like
playing well.
when I look at Liverpool, fine.
Big up
We
CP.
can talk
No
about
worries,
money or
bro.
whatever, but
Big up CP, bro.
Big up CP. But fine, if your new signings are struggling, whatever, we can do the agenda thing. But you know what? Fine. But your established stars, they're not performing. So that's why I'm looking at you more than anyone else. Why is Salah and Van Dijk and Van Dijk, to be fair, has been good up until the last maybe couple of games. But Salah, where have you been all season? You're meant to be player of the year. You're meant to be Ballon d'Or. It was robbed from you. Where have you been? Because if Isak and Wirtz are still struggling, I still expect you to be able to bail Liverpool out. And this is the stat, by the way, after the Liverpool game, just Chelsea. Apart from that red card against United, which I'm still angry about, which can happen to anyone. I think Robert Sanchez has been incredible this season, really stepping up at saves, and he's incredible on the ball, top 3 in the league. This is the stuff we deal with in my family.
Basically, just saying like, oh, anyone can make a stupid mistake. Sure.
At Old Trafford against United, against the
Like,
worst United team we've seen in years.
Yeah, they make it sound like it wasn't in his control. Like it's crazy. Absolutely.
Yeah, but yeah, I just think I still expect Liverpool to be like eventually fine and slot to sort it out. However, I look at City, right? And something I expected City to do last year when I kept saying they'd win the league is if you just keep pace up until like February, March time, whether it's Liverpool or Arsenal, you will win the league over them because they crumble in crunch time. They don't have that mentality to get over the line in crunch time when they're challenged. Liverpool have not won a Premier League title race, and Arsenal have Arteta. So especially I'm going to stick with Liverpool for now, but if it's still going on like this come like November, I'm going to have to switch that.
Look, even though I still had Liverpool being favorites, there are some facts that are just out there. You know, Liverpool have never done a back-to-back. Pep Guardiola has never lost back-to-back league titles. So there's we'll see. But yeah, Liverpool, like, I think the criticism for them is 100% justified. I think some Liverpool fans have been acting like some whiny ass people, man, and just like, I don't know, very privileged. It seems like they are just they don't get any criticism, or they can't be like, they're just safe from criticism. That's not true at all. We heard all these things. If you want to act like, if you want to, talk like a big club and be a big club, and which you are, you have to face the repercussions like a big club as well, because all our clubs do. If we all were in the same position as Liverpool, I think we'd all get ripped apart even worse. 100%. I think Arsenal would be absolutely destroyed. I think all Arsenal would just be finished, bro, if they had signed Isak and Wirtz and they were performing the way that they were performing. I think United, same thing. We already do. We already have signed players of price tags like similar, almost close to that, and they've been ridiculed. Had Chelsea done the same thing, of course,
bro, people were changing.
They'd be looking for us, bro. They'd be out on the streets.
Let me ask you two a question, or you three, Eli's here. How much do you guys think Mudryk cost Chelsea?
Was it like 100?
Was it 70
No,
million?
it wasn't 100 mil. It was like 67, 68, something like that, plus add-ons.
Yeah, it was like close to 70, like if you include the add-ons.
Yeah, but because Liverpool fans, the add-ons makes it 100. if he had reached all the add-ons. If we had signed Verts and Isaac, they would be saying they're 150-man players for what we signed them for. They would just increase the value for no reason. But
yeah, they put the euros on and shit.
But when Liverpool signed Verts, Liverpool fans said
no add-ons, no nothing's on.
Add-ons are not achieved yet.
No, they actually said it's actually 87 because that's what we paid in the first year. Bro, hey, it's amazing, man. Long may it continue, but I'm gonna need one of you or City to win the league, so don't let it be Arsenal. Chelsea aren't ready yet, unfortunately. But so one of you guys are gonna have
Come on, Eli. Arsenal.
Yeah,
Arsenal.
I would rather.
Hey,
have
man, I
them
would love
league
come
over
on,
Liverpool for sure. I would rather
Liverpool
have
or
them.
City. Come on, we want Arsenal.
Yeah, I'd rather have them
we
win the
we
league.
can't have Arsenal. We can't have Arsenal.
I hate Arsenal too, but I'd rather have them win the league over both of them for sure.
Hey, I'd love to do it, but I've got Sanchez and sporting directors. So
yeah, I hear it. But anyways, people, I think that is it for today's show. Today's episode. Obviously, Mdinero, should big up to him every single time he wasn't able to make it today. Their game, they beat Leeds. Fuck Leeds. They job well done to them. Congratulations, Spurs, and big up to them every single time. They beat Leeds, so it's like I don't think there's anything else I need to more say about that game. I'm not sure, but I think it's soon to be coming up because I feel like we play every single team up until December or like start of January, and then it's the reverse of all the fixtures. So I feel like up until it's probably coming up soon.
Because they're
it's probably coming up soon. Yeah, I feel like who knows? Leeds away.
Hey, I got tickets. I got tickets.
Leeds away. Leeds away looking a little iffy, but at home I reckon we'd beat them.
I got tickets for United City in January.
Oh shit! Okay.
Please, Amram, please don't be there, please.
You guys,
please, God.
That's at Old Trafford, right? Yeah, that's Old Trafford.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that you could get something from Liverpool
against Liverpool?
Yeah, I'm not saying beat them, but
yeah, I think a draw. Yeah, it's possible.
Draw's most likely.
He's done it before. Did it last season?
Nah. I don't think we get anything from
I think it's. I don't think we do, but I think it's possible. Yeah, I don't think we do though.
Well, it's possible. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what you asked, right? You said, do you think it's possible, or do you think?
I just don't think we're at it. I don't.
Okay. If you genuinely ask me, because I'm gonna do predictions for this on a stream with Hassam, but if you ask me, like, if I were to just talk about it real quick, I think like I think Liverpool, like I think the game could be scrappy, but I think because the run of form that they're in, and I said this about them when they were winning games. I said when they were winning games and how it looked like how they were winning games. I knew losses were going to come. Sooner or later, they were going to lose a game because they were just getting bailed out in some of those games. And you can't get bailed out in every single game. So I knew like losses were going to come. I didn't think it was going to be 3 in a row. And that's what their run of form would be, 3 losses in a row. I just feel like United might be that game where they turn things around and they get the
win. And don't worry. Yeah,
and it's like the perfect team for them to go up against. And
Word was going to have a fucking blinder
like
of
Verts,
a game.
Verts actually might score his first
Isaac
goal
will score.
Yeah.
Words will play amazing.
Verts,
Isaac,
Verts, Isaac, they all might actually score their first goal.
I can see it already.
I can see it happening. I can so see us go up 1-0 in the first half. Second half, we fold and we lose like 3-1. I can so see it.
Do you think this international break is at a wrong time? Because if you guys were playing them this weekend,
I'm pissed. I'm low-key pissed.
I think it's good for Liverpool.
Yeah, it's good.
That's
for
what
them.
I mean. It's good for but
it's a wrong time for us. Yeah, wrong time for us. Yeah, for sure. It's a wrong time for us, regardless, bro. Until this manager is gone, it ain't a good time for us.
Yeah,
but you do have a goalkeeper that can make saves. So
but we don't know yet, though. We don't know yet.
Game, though, just off of one game. We'll see what he does against Liverpool. If he's able to do the same shit against Liverpool, then I'll be like, okay, fair play.
Because I didn't watch your game.
He didn't. He didn't make that many saves in that game. He didn't.
Yeah, he didn't get
really.
I know, but I watched. I didn't watch the game, but like
he had that one
from
save
from what United from what United fans were
He
saying,
did, yeah.
the saves that he made, if Onana was there, you guys lose that game.
He had that one save in the 18-yard box, which was like kind of like a 1v1. Do you remember that, Spoobs?
Nah,
Where he saved it?
Prime. We're starved, bro. We're starved. That's what it
Yeah.
is. Like, yeah.
I'll say Lamens is better than both of the other goalkeepers y'all had.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he is.
Monitor.
But I'm just trying
he's way
to.
better.
But
I'm
when
trying
people
to
are saying
hold-
like, "Oh, he's this and he's that," I'm just like, "Yeah, you need to relax a little bit."
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, give him a couple more games. Let him establish himself before we start making these.
And
these
even if he, let's
assumptions.
say, with the same energy, if he has a shit game, I'm still gonna also just be like, okay, I'm not gonna just sit there and be like, yeah, he's completely shit. I'm still gonna give him some time and be like, okay, he's faced some adversity.
Yeah.
Let me see more from him, just to keep the same energy. Because I'm not
I
gonna
will
just
say
sit
this.
here and,
Yeah. I
Go on,
enjoy what I saw though. I will say that.
Yeah, fair play.
Like he just has to keep it up. That's all he has to do. Just keep it up, and then y'all look like y'all might have a decent goalkeeper on your hands.
About fucking time. Been with
Mm-hmm.
3 years. Oh yeah,
Bro.
almost 3 years with that guy. We started 3 seasons with that guy. It's fucking crazy, bro.
There was one time in that game, in the United game, that he came out and tried to claim a ball, and it looked a little bit shaky to me. That's all I'm gonna say.
All I'm saying is I saw clips of him when he was at that Royal Antwerp, whatever that team is, the Belgian side, and he's been a little shaky at set pieces where he fumbled the ball a little bit. I've seen a couple of clips of him doing that. But again, like I said, it's just been one game, so I'm not sitting here criticizing him overly or also praising him overly. I'm just kind of like, we'll see what happens, bro. We gotta see. It was Sunderland. Gotta see some more games.
We're scarred,
Definitely.
bro. We're scarred.
We are scarred. We are scarred. But yeah, Spoobs mentioned we are going into an international break. So we will do an episode next week. We'll figure out what we're going to discuss and all those type of things. But we will do an episode next week, but there's just not going to be any games. So there are no predictions that we can do. Since we are going to be doing an episode next week, we'll be running the predictions for the upcoming match week on that episode. But shout out to everyone who was who was here for the episode so far. Shout out to Mike's for the raid earlier as well. Big up to my panelists who were here and left as well. Don C, CP, Mdinero who couldn't make it. Shout out to the panelists who are here today and who are here so far. Make sure you guys go check out all of their channels in the descriptions and subscribe to everyone and support everyone. Before we do close out, we'll hear everybody and what if they have anything real quick they have to say. Spoobs, you got anything to say, bro?
Yeah, what can we do for the no more? Can we do? Eli's just gonna run all the team picking stuff. Can we do? We do like predictions, updated predictions. How about that?
Sure.
Or no, we can do teams like the best team so far, or something like that.
We can do that. Yeah. We'll do that. We'll do all of those.
Tired of Eli winning everything.
We'll do that. We'll keep it like chat engaged, super chat engaged. We'll come up with something. I'll speak to you guys midweek. But yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
we'll do something like that. Yeah.
But also just pick up everyone in the chat. We all see you guys. We appreciate it. But yeah,
man. Appreciate the support, the likes, the subscribes, just the engagement. Any engagement at all, it is all appreciated and it does not go unnoticed. Prime, same thing to you, bro. Before we close out.
Big up Arteta, man. Big up Arteta.
Hey.
Big up Arteta.
First, my manager. Let's go.
Top of the league. Now Eli and Dante can't complain. Top of the league.
Yeah.
Hey, we can complain. We can complain.
No, you can't complain. He's doing what you guys expect. Can't complain. He's doing what you guys want, bro.
Eli, could this be the season?
We'll discuss this if a trophy results into this. From this,
could this be the season?
Wait. So Eli, are you saying you don't? Do you agree Arsenal have? I'm gonna quote a certain guy. Weapons of mass destruction. Do you agree with that statement?
Who said? Oh, Tony.
Okay, I would say mass destruction.
Weapons of mass
destruction. We definitely have the tools to put up a team that is a lot better than what has been like the past few years, in my opinion.
I would say weapons of mass self-destruction. That's what I would say.
Bro, facts. Because we all know he's not going to play the right lineup that we all want. You know, he's not going to play it. So
they will be the architects of their own downfall. That's just
100%.
That's it. That's really all we know.
Weapons of mass
But
destruction.
yeah, before we close out
Weapons of
the
mass
stream,
destruction is crazy.
I just want to play this clip real quick because this is who Arnie Slot was this weekend.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So.
Hey, Arnie, let's go, lad.
This is wild.
Let's go, Arnie. Come on, Arnie. Harder, Arnie.
Hey, he get it. He getting it too. Look at him. Look at him.
Look at
He
him.
in it.
He's
Why you
in the
in it, boy?
zone,
He
boy.
concentrating.
Yeah, he's
Look at him.
he's in the coffin, bro. Let's go, lad.
He really thought he was doing something.
Oh, Arnie Slot. Arnie Slot. But yeah, shout out to everyone. Thank you guys all for tuning in for episode number 76 of the Mud Brother Show. We'll catch you guys all next week, next Monday, for episode number 77. Big up, take care. As always, Arteta in and Arnie Slot. Hold up.
Cameraman.
Hold up.
Nah.
You okay,